What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's welcome to the We Outside Show. Hot 93.97 presents the We Outside Show. We here every Tuesday and every Thursday from 10 p.m. to midnight, but we starting a little bit early today because we got jobs and we got kids and we got lives outside of this. So let's just get into it. I just want to introduce everybody. So we got my road dog, aka DJ Shiesty. Uh, we to her side, whatever side you looking at the screen. Uh, we got Tree right next to her. We got Shelly.
Yeah.
Then we got Q. And then we got, I just met him 2 weeks ago. That's his name today. I just met him 2 weeks ago.
Mr. I just met you 2 weeks ago.
No, what you say it was again?
Mr. Dude, you love me.
Mr. Do What You Love in the Building. That's the whole name, right? All right. Hey, I can respect it. I can respect it. Dang, I ain't get to play no ratchet music before we started. I don't know if y'all like Sexy Red or not, but I do.
Yes.
I do. I ain't gonna hold you up. She look good since she got pregnant. She done got a little.
Got a little thick.
Ooh, I like. Ooh. I was sitting there thinking, like, I should go get my woman pregnant.
Now she had you like that.
Not that way.
Huh? Sexy Red, man, she look good pregnant.
No, I like Sexy Red.
She look better pregnant.
Yeah. A lot of women look beautiful when they get pregnant.
Yeah, but
Hello.
she has evolved.
Yeah.
Like that little
She a
weight.
butterfly?
Yeah, she done, stepped in. Stepped on. I said stepped on. We got a couple of sponsors today. Hey man, shout out to the sponsors that we did have tap in. So our opening of the show is actually sponsored by, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, don't be mad at me. It's actually sponsored by Ali Allure Aesthetics. I'm sure I messed that up. I'm sure I did. But don't worry about it. We gonna get you right. I'm sorry. So anyway, it's a luxury apparel scrub line. It's perfect for leisure sets that boosts the confidence in the workplace of Essentials career. And we believe that if you look good, that you feel good. And they are running a Black Friday special, 30% off. Damn. Okay. Only $70 until the end of the year. They got Black Friday special to the end of the year. So you come in, you can shop, get yourself some scrubs for you, your loved ones. They neon polyester blends. They fit and they never fade, and they're very elegant. So you can come shop with them, come be grown with them. You can follow them and find all their retail wholesales at Ali Allure _ I'm gonna say, yeah, we gonna post that too, because I'm gonna fuck your name up. I apologize. I'm sorry. But you can reach her at 313-717-8139. So now we got that over with. And not because I'll be rushing y'all, just because I think that shit funny when I say it. Nah, I think that's over with. How y'all doing? Like, I just the vibe check. Want to check the vibe of the room. How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Feeling nice.
Ooh.
It ain't Friday. No.
Friday Eve.
Yeah, it has.
You ain't never lied.
Got that shit going around for everybody. It's crazy.
Man, yeah.
Am I the only one not excited for the holidays?
I ain't excited.
I ain't
I like these.
I'm not even. I'm just like,
I'm not really excited about it at all. And it's crazy because I'm excited about every single day. But the holidays.
yeah, I'm just like,
Oh.
yeah.
All right, what about the food though? That's supposed to be the
Yeah,
priority.
that's-
It's
yeah,
not
that's
like
what I'm
nobody
focused
really
on.
care about the real holiday of Thanksgiving. It's really fucked up. It's the food. You feel me?
Yeah.
Our generation don't cook and host events. My parents going out of town, so we ain't doing that.
Wow. I just don't care for it because people suck.
Yeah.
Not everybody
You say that
sucks.
once a show.
Families ain't like how it was.
Yeah, people don't. You know what I'm saying? My grandma used to cook. Yeah, everybody
Mhm.
came over.
Everybody, right.
Mhm.
Even the cousins you was beefing with came over.
It ain't no big mamas for real.
Nah.
It ain't.
Not
I'm
like
so
that.
Sorry, y'all, because I have that still. My family
That,
go
you know
crazy.
what?
That's-
Mhm.
Can I
I'm about to
get
get. I swear to
My
God.
grandma alive, but she a vegan now.
I told you you could come with us. You can come with us Thursday. We going to my family house. I call it my rich side. You know what I'm saying? They doing seafood boils.
They eat
Oh, no,
meat?
that's the rich side.
I said, oh, y'all got
That's not-
money,
that's
huh?
not regular Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but then they text me and they said it's $30 a person. So,
Oh dang!
but the good thing about it is, everything. I'm like, oh, that ain't bad. But it's only if you want a seafood boil. It's only if you want a seafood boil. So I just, I don't eat seafood like that. So that's why I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I sent the little money, whatever, for my wife and whoever else gonna eat it. I'm not using it.
Let me ask
Oh, I
you.
love dressing.
Dressing.
Mm-hmm.
The sweet or the savory? Because that's been the argument
Ooh.
the past couple
Sweet or
Thanksgiving. Like,
Nigga, I eat stovetop. Anything dressing, I eat.
dry, who making your dressing?
Yeah, I'm about to say
All right, I ain't never had no dry dressing.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I
dressing,
yeah.
bro. That's
Yeah.
You ain't never been to a church function and they had some dry dressing?
Oh, look, I ain't gonna. I've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? I went to a very black church. Everybody 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Everybody, you feel
He
me?
said it.
And I was
They been digging
the
it up.
young one, so I was getting the great plate
Yep.
every time.
Yep.
You know, I was fortunate.
It was
I think about
anointed in
food.
that kitchen.
Very the moving with the Holy Spirit. Was in the head.
I
Period.
definitely
You
don't
smell
want
it
no
with my church
stovetop.
going on.
You be eating that stovetop dressing?
I love stovetop. I don't care what nobody say. I do. You do too? Oh my God.
Y'all weird.
I eat good
I
food,
feel
but I ain't
seen
Gucci.
finally.
Good food,
Right,
good
like,
food.
yeah.
No, I can't eat.
Some white people food.
I can't eat the stovetop.
Stovetop is good if you make it right with
Dave,
some butter. You
I
gotta do
remember-
it right, baby, but it's good.
I remember Dave Chappelle had the little joke about the stovetop. He was like, no, you go over white people's house. He's like, they make stovetop dressing for dinner.
They
I-
make that shit regular.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd be like, that's it.
Bump it up.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
saying-
it's all
good.
about the season.
But white people do just eat like macaroni and cheese for dinner. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
meal for them.
It is.
Not in black.
I ain't
My
gonna
not
lie,
the black
real
house.
shit,
that.
Real shit,
Do
it's
what
worse
you
than
do.
that. I know so many white dudes. They be like, yo, all I ate today was some Oreos and a Coca-Cola, bro. Dead ass serious. They
Yeah.
living like that.
He sound like he's 16. That's some
Like
shit
on
my kid
purpose?
is
Yeah,
saying.
like on purpose?
They grown niggas. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Eat some food. Like,
I thought you was gonna say milk.
Nah.
this nigga said Oreos and Coke. I was like, dog, your stomach not fucked up.
My ex only ate pizza or
Hey,
bread.
Do
That's
y'all
it.
remember how hard they was pushing milk in the 80s and the 90s? Like, I just and now it's 150 different milks. You got cashew milk, almond milk.
Yeah.
They got cashew milk,
They
oat
do. It's
milk.
delicious.
Yes.
I'm like
Cashew. I will say
this.
this. I like cashew milk better
Yeah.
than almond. I like it better than almond milk.
It's thicker than almond milk. That's
It
why I
is.
like it. It tastes more like milk. I like cashew milk.
My problem
But I
was
am bougie.
finding the almond milk
Ain't too good with
that
cereal.
that didn't have
That
that just had the scraggly. No, it's good with cereal.
Mhm. Yeah,
If you
cashew.
Make it at home.
Yeah.
Make it at home.
That vanilla flavor.
Mm-hmm. It gotta be flavored.
Yeah,
I don't want no
that's
unflavored.
like
I don't like the flavor one.
Oh no, I need flavor.
I like the original.
that stuff is thick.
But I'm not a big cereal eater anyway.
Oh,
When I do eat it, I eat it quick because I hate soggy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know
I
what
eat
I'm
it with my
saying?
homemade
I
granola.
top my meal off with cereal when I'm done. Especially
It's
if
your
I-
dessert.
Like,
Period.
that's
No,
my
it's a
dessert.
dessert.
Like if
Done
I
it.
like
Granola,
if-
yeah.
I ain't smoked in 4 days, but on Thanksgiving I plan on smoking. And if there's no like pie and nothing, I'm gonna go get a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch.
They definitely gonna have some pie.
Oh yeah.
What is that now?
yeah.
Hold on, say that one more time.
Say it again. Who made that? Can I have a slice?
She been baking. She been baking.
Y'all kind of got me nervous, man. This my first Thanksgiving in 28 years, and now I'm kind of shook. I don't want no dry dressing. I'm
Just
saying,
think about the potential of a good place.
Yeah.
listen, I'm saying just the thought of going somewhere where they don't really cook. You know what I mean? Both my grandmother's gone, my mother gone, so just thinking about it like that, like who in the world do I know that's gonna really throw down?
They got to step up.
That's what you do. You go to more than one house. You
That's
really
the plan.
invest- Yep, just go crazy with that. So make sure somebody fumble, somebody probably picked up somewhere else. Like the macaroni and cheese might not be hitting that house A, but C might be. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I got the formula for that shit. I'm telling you.
You know what's crazy? When
which house to go to?
I was single and I had to work afternoons. When I was single, I had to work afternoons and I had to work on Thanksgiving because you couldn't. Where I was at, you couldn't get no holidays off. So I was talking to a bunch of different girls. I would have them all drop me off plates. This girl brought me a plate so bold. She was like, yeah. She was like, my mama made this. I'm like, no, you made this. And the plate was even the presentation of the plate was bold. I'm like, damn, baby, you could put this in it wasn't a foil over. She brought me a styrofoam box, and it wasn't a good one. It was a dollar store one. You know, you gotta triple those up. You gotta triple up. Oh man, it was, you know what I'm saying? The green beans wasn't green beaning, you know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't. Man, the plate just was off. Like the mac and cheese, like I'm just like, man, babe, this tastes like great value cheese. You know, on Thanksgiving, you spend the extra money on the good cheese. You know what I'm saying? It just, man, I was so disappointed. It was crazy. This was the funny part. Where I thought another girl brought me a plate, and then but one of my employees had an attitude, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? He talking about that my ex up here for some fucking nigga. I don't know who the fuck she up here for. I'm like, who? He talking about her up there. So I go look on the camera because in my office I can see everything. I'm like, her? He like, yeah. He like, yeah, fuck her. I don't fuck with her no more. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. He like, where you going? I said, go get my plate. Plate was good as hell. I said, I don't know why you stopped fucking with her, boy.
Oh my God.
You really fumbled this one.
I said, yeah. Shit, I fumbled her too because she was crazy to bat shit. I said, nah, baby.
I ain't even gonna hold you. They can cook for real. They crazy.
I said, nah, baby, we can't even do this. He did warn me though. He warned. He said, listen, she crazy. And you know, you young. He was like, she crazy. He didn't have to tell me that. But you know, when you young, you like, I gotta see for myself.
Oh, yeah.
I learned it. I said, oh, you crazy.
I just got humbled for something like that for real. It's life though, you know.
Oh, somebody just texted me, said they on their way. I be forgetting. Sometimes I do invite too many people, and shit. Luckily, we got one more chair left because if the other two people would have showed up, they canceled. They would have been standing. But it's all love, yeah. Man, that's what's up, man. Holidays coming up. I just ain't ready to spend no money on Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, me personally, I told my kids, fuck y'all. Like,
period.
I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't got to get something every year, dude.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I do want to teach them the value of like life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them to think like one day out the year you're supposed to get all these gifts. Like, you know, every day is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to stress myself out about buying some gifts. Y'all attention span not that long right now. Y'all gonna play the shit for a day or two, and then y'all not gonna play with it no more. You know what I'm saying? So I've kind of made it my duty this year not to like splurge too much, but I do want to make it a habit of us planning family trips for maybe, you know what I'm saying?
That's
maybe more memories because I can't tell you. I do. Well, I ain't gonna lie because I do remember my first pair of real gym shoes. I got the 95 Grand Hills, the Fila, 95 Grand Hill Filas. I had the white with the black, and I had the all blue boys.
I had the all black, and then I had didn't they have like blue, red, and
yeah.
I had that one.
Oh, listen. Now, damn, listen, when the Grand Hill,
and I had a FUBU jersey.
I probably was
not 5. The FUBU jersey, baby.
I remember, listen, when the Grand Hills came out, that's all I wanted was the Grand Hills. I remember those shoes because I said, I want this one. You had to open the magazine up.
95 was a good year, bro. Not at all.
No, not for you?
No, not at all.
Oh, for them?
No, I'm saying for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
95 when I took that trip. That's why y'all were missing on that year.
Yeah. You said
glad y'all enjoyed it.
You like, yeah, well, at least somebody enjoyed it.
Where'd you go? Oh, you said the trip. I thought you meant like vacation.
Yeah. If you don't mind, how long was you in there? If you don't mind us asking.
I was in there for 28 years.
Wow.
28 years from 1995 until June 1st of this year.
Man, so it was literally only a few months for you.
Literally, that's why I said, man, y'all talking about this food. I'm getting a little anxious and excited.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be delicious. They're gonna do it up for you.
It's like you got everything like completely fucking
everything
different. Yeah.
Was it like a culture shock thing? First couple days,
attitude's different. The fact that people address me as sir is different. I went in at 16. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So I come out a fully grown man, and people address me as a fully grown man. You know, things is I can't even tell you exactly all of the differences, but what I can say is whatever you can imagine is different than that.
It's probably more than that. It's probably a bunch that I could. It's crazy.
I had a beeper when I went in.
Did they give it to you when you left?
What?
Your beeper.
Man, no. I got rid of all that stuff before they
Oh.
ain't hold on.
They don't hold on to a bad man. Like they hold
I
on
can
to it.
think about that.
Yeah, I had a
Because that's if you would have kept it, that's a relic. If you would have kept it,
That's what I'm saying. Like you still
coulda
got
put
your
that
beeper,
on
man.
eBay.
Man.
Man,
You know how
you'd have
many
got at
old
least
phones
10
I've sold on
Man,
eBay?
what? Don't let it have been an Ameritech beeper. You would have got paid. That's a what?
Anybody got like an iPod shuffle or any iPod with a button on it?
I
I'm
remember-
looking for it.
I ain't have a beeper, but I remember my uncle had a beeper. I used to make fun of him because that boy was clear and it'll light up. I'd be like, man, why you got that, man? He talk about this is my beeper, man. If you need me beat, you got it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, call it. But then I got to call you back. I said, this is stupid.
I'll get one of the bitches right now.
Y'all used to be like
I
this.
swear to God, let everybody know I hate having to answer the phone. I hate when people mad because I don't answer. Like I just be doing stuff. I got a beeper. It's like, okay, yeah, remember my shit beeped, and I was like, I gotta call you back. See, I remember. You feel me? Because the beep, it make life way easier.
That next tale was true.
Oh,
We was just talking about that
the chirp.
chirp.
Yeah, the chirp way.
I was in a 9th or 8th grade when that came out. That's wild.
Walking, talking shit.
I remember it had the button on it.
Yeah.
You could flip your phone out with it. I thought that was amazing. I
That's
thought that,
crazy.
and now kids got these, and I'm like, oh, I guess our childhood sucked.
Yeah, they didn't know.
No,
We ain't had that. That was some walkie
I
talkies.
came up with the sidekicks was still going crazy.
Oh, I had a
Yeah,
sidekick.
sidekicks.
Yeah.
That's what they had when I was in school.
Let me tell you how bad T-Mobile got me with that sidekick when they first. That's because those the only person that had it. When the
They
sidekick
were.
first came out, the sidekicks was like $1,000.
Yep.
That was the first phone that was like people always talk about how expensive iPhones are. I don't think people remember, but how they used to get you with T-Mobile is you walk. They used to didn't have stores. You just have to walk past them in the mall to be like, oh, you want a cell phone? They was really new. Oh, if you sign this right now, no money down. You can get 2 sidekicks and a BlackBerry, and you be like, yeah.
Sidekicks and a black.
And when
Yeah.
you get that first bill, you gonna wish you never
Hell
signed
yeah,
it.
$300.
Oh, what? My first bill was like $560.
Yeah.
You
I think
talk.
the first
Remember
bill they
that.
took half.
You talk about
Yeah.
you can't call nobody before 7. Any
Your
if you,
midnight, your late night hours.
oh, don't be on the internet. Facebook was new. If you, oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh, I love it. MySpace. Moco Space.
Mogo Space on
My
MySpace.
yearbook.
Yeah.
Black Planet.
I never got a black card.
Why not?
I don't know.
You didn't feel black enough?
Mogo Space was crazy.
Aw.
I forgot about that shit.
Moco Space is real, but
That shit was wild.
yeah, that's crazy.
Different time.
So thank you for everybody that's tapping in. You know, this is what we do. It's just like check the vibe. But yeah, so everybody that's tapping back in. So just for the people at home to understand, like when we be talking, we be stopping. So half of this is radio, and the other half of this is a podcast. So it's technically like a radio production. So yeah. But unfortunately today I'm not playing any music because the switchboard isn't working. But it's all love. We'll fix it later. It was never a good if everything is working, it's not a good show. I swear to God. When everything was working, it was just me and her in here, like, So yeah, it's all love. But yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Holidays coming up. Y'all, everybody got kids? Who all got kids?
I
So we
don't.
don't have no kids.
You don't have no kids? No kids?
Kids.
How many kids you got?
3.
3. You got kids? I ain't even know you had no kids.
Bro,
They how many you got? 1? Okay. You got kids? How many you got? Got 1? Okay. All right. I got 4. I got 4. You know what I'm saying? I ride with my 4.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Them my dogs. You know, them my dogs.
Starting 5?
Hey, she ain't gonna be able to handle one more. She ain't gonna be able to handle one more. I wish we could. If we have another one, that'd be a blessing. But shit, groceries expensive right
Hell
now,
yeah.
boy. Luckily, we doing Thanksgiving.
You know, put kids.
How much is a turkey this year? $10 a pound?
Probably more than that.
Man, no, it's probably about $2.50 a pound.
Mm.
You know they are around Thanksgiving. They just have all these turkeys that's been frozen
Yeah.
all year that they just
Died.
push out into it. So we be like, so y'all just happen to have these turkeys. Where they been at the rest of the year? Y'all don't sell turkey.
Yeah.
Why don't they sell whole turkeys all year?
How come they don't sell them fresh? They
They
always. I
always
ain't never
be
seen a fresh turkey.
They always
What
be frozen.
space?
in the supermarket.
Same size. Just
They
put them
do
in
take up a
there.
lot of space.
Just do like they have fresh chickens like that. Just freeze the same way.
Because I'm sure
It'd be the
people
same
don't.
size.
Now we buy turkey, but it'd be like like the like the little turkeys.
Oh.
The turkey breast.
Yeah, the turkey
Oh,
breast.
not a
That's
whole
what it be.
turkey.
Turkey breast is fire though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know about deep fried turkey.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing that. That's dangerous.
It's really dangerous. As an insurance agent, don't do that.
None of that.
Oh,
I
deep
was
frying the
just started
turkey.
hearing about all that.
Yeah.
Like, man, it'd be so crispy and it'd be juicy. I'm sitting in there, mouth watering, just imagining, like, wow. I came home and went to that spot on Woodward.
Oh,
Oh,
my
the
house,
turkey-
the turkey.
Turkey
That's
grill.
up the street from me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's good, right? They even they turkey sausage is fire. Like they turkey breakfast sausage is good.
Is it? I haven't been there.
Mm-hmm.
In there?
Yep, the turkey grill. It's
You get the
good.
itis, though. As soon as they had the
Should you get the itis?
heck yeah, you get they had the what is they called? Man, it was turkey something, man. Look like
The chops.
not the chops. They was like almost like ribs.
Oh, the turkey. Oh, I know they be having turkey
Yeah,
ribs.
turkey
Oh,
ribs.
man,
Ooh.
listen, man. They give you a nice little helping of them. You eat the mugs though, within like 20, 30
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, you
you
out
gonna
of
be
there.
sitting there like,
It's out of there. You out of there.
yeah,
I think turkey do that to you, period.
yeah.
I guess it depends on how. You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I think it depends on how it's prepared.
Some people got it dry.
Yeah. You must have had a lot of dry food in your life.
Oh, man,
I can't stand dry
I don't
food.
eat chicken breast,
Ugh.
man. That
Mm-mm.
fried.
Oh
You
man.
gotta make it right.
Man,
Nah,
Dog.
chicken breast always dry.
always
It's
dry.
always dry.
So man, I thought I was gonna have to Molly Wop the chick at the concert, man.
Mhm.
What?
What is it now?
What? Oh,
Man,
girl.
but yeah, man, she pushed the mess out you, man, when you and your lady was dancing with each other.
Oh, straight up. You talking about the girl on the left hand side?
No, she was right behind, and I told her, I'm like, no, babe, we black, we
Oh,
dance.
oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm like,
we-
this
we-
move,
we-
you know, everybody doing their little thing,
What
they little
concert was
two-step
it?
with the Ride Wave.
Okay,
You know what I'm
I know
saying?
who that is.
It was Ride Wave, but you know Ari Lennox, right?
Yeah.
She was there. She
Oh,
was,
okay,
you know, but
good.
it was a good vibe. You know, everybody doing their little dance,
Yeah.
their two-step. You know what I'm saying? I'm just drinking my expensive drink that I'll never buy again.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's crowded because we
Right.
on standing seats. And the chick behind her, I told her like, oh my, I bumped her. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, it's okay. And then you know he danced with lady, but she's standing right on his back. I'm like, you might want to move. You know, we
Right.
like the move. We got rhythm.
In there, yeah.
She just, I'm like, hey baby, you gotta chill out. It's too many. And she was white too. I'm like, listen,
Oh, she completely
there's
lost
too
her
many
mind.
niggas in here for you be doing
Your
that
girl
right
ain't
now,
push
baby.
her. I'm
Might
always
wanna
looking.
chill.
I'm always looking.
I
for
never hit a
opportunities
woman,
for
but I definitely give her a good
Yeah,
nudge.
bro. Because you don't just put
elbow out
your
the
hands
way.
on nobody.
Yeah, you could, you know.
down there in the, the mosh pit, basically.
Yeah, we
You know
cut-
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the pit.
And I felt bad because I'm like the biggest dude, and I'm right at the like. So I was making my own space. Like I'd be like,
Out the way.
like every couple minutes, Now I'm like, yeah, I got me a nice little circle. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I knew nobody in the thing. I didn't know nobody. I just was like, "What's up?" They're like, "What's up? What's your name? What's your name? What up?"
What you do, home chick? She
Yeah.
telling you,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, who you talking about?
Yeah, she was looking for.
Like, him right
Oh,
there.
you talking about Ange? That was on the show. Now I do know it. I don't know her like that, but she was like, "Who going to the concert?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, I'm going." So she was like, "Oh, I'm over here. I'm staying." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I just kind of wanted to be in the vicinity of somebody I knew, but I didn't even. The way the crowd spread it, I ended up because I told them like, "Man, y'all got drinks. I need to go get a drink." They was like, "I don't know if you want to go over there, brother." But I bogarted my way back in there. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
Yeah, it was a good time. Oh, do you have your word of the day? No, you don't. Oh, you should have did Wakanda again. What kind of word is that? All right. Well, welcome to the show. Again, this is the We Outside show. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Which, listen, we on to every Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. Just tap into us. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and check us out. We actually got our app that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So if you do tap in with our app, it's called 9397 Network. Go to your Google Play or your Apple Store. Go download the app. where we have our episodes that run back. We have top 100 music that we play. And we also, if you're an artist out there, if you have your own music and you would like for your music to be streamed on our platform as well, we also do that. We do ask that you clean the music up. I mean, I can do it too, but it's gonna cost you though. So yeah. But so somebody want to read the definition? You want to read it?
Of what?
Or I'll read it because you're gonna
Yeah.
introduce it. I'll read the
Okay.
definition. Or you want to read the definition?
I'll read it.
Yeah, you read it.
So today's topic, toxicity, a self-reflection. So the definition of toxic is poisonous, very harmful or unpleasant in a perversive or insidious way, i.e. a toxic relationship, dumping of toxic waste.
Insidious?
Insidious.
I didn't know insidious was included in toxicity.
It definitely can be.
Wow.
Don't you feel all icky inside when you've been around somebody that's toxic?
Yeah, when I'm being real toxic, I do feel like
Ugh.
my soul is all chopped up in different places and I need to get
Yeah.
it back. I don't know. What do toxic mean to y'all though? Like what's toxic for you? Like what do it mean for you?
Toxic is just not no accountability. We just have this attitude of I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. You know, like this how I am and this. I mean that's one part of it, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you? What do it mean to you?
Accountability. You can't go wrong
Accountability.
because that it can stem into different things, like your accountability as a person, how like real you are to other people, or your accountability in relationships. So that's the perfect way to describe it.
Should have been here last week. So before we get to Shelly, I just want to say this. Nobody took accountability last week. The conversation was supposed to be about accountability, and everybody in the room apparently was perfect. And you want to know how I know nobody took accountability? Because we talked about sex for 2 hours.
It was a lot of sex talk.
A lot of butt talk. And I'm just like, bro, what's going on here? Like, nobody's taking accountability at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, this is wild out here, man. This is crazy. Oh, real quick. Well, so what is it for you?
So to me, toxicity, like being toxic, is somebody who is, I would say, selfish, a self-centered person, like somebody who's not able to think outside of themselves to see how they're affected or how their behavior is affecting other people. And it's really just based on selfishness. Like she said, it's all about how I feel and what makes me feel good or comfortable. So that's what I kind of classify it as.
Okay.
Selfishness.
Okay. What about you, Q?
If you are the type of person that can come in the room and burn the room down just with your presence, you are a toxic individual. If you have people who automatically tend to shy away from you or not want to attend things that they know that you will attend, you might be a toxic person. If you have children that look at you and start to cry, children are the bearers of truth. You might be a toxic individual. If you try to force somebody to speak to you, even when the situation calls for them to be quiet, you just might be a toxic person.
Woo.
Damn.
Hey, that's I ain't gonna hold you up. Hey, kids will. Kid, that's how I feel when I go to poetry night and there's a fire poem for me. I be like, can I go last? I want to go after that person. It's like when you at church and the deacons get church popping first. The pastor be like, nah, you know what? I ain't even gonna preach that. Yeah,
They done did what we need to do.
yeah, y'all didn't got it.
I'll spit something on the topic though, man, about toxic. I really haven't really been around toxic people just because, you know what I'm saying, the way I am. I don't really deal with people that's toxic, you know, but I think it's about your energy, because sometimes me myself, you know, I don't know nobody toxic, but maybe I'm the toxic one, you know. So sometimes, like you said, taking accountability of who you are, you know, maybe that's who you are. You the toxic person that nobody want to be around. So I just go ahead and leave with that. You know, make that happen.
That was real. Y'all hear echo? I do. I hear
I
echo.
don't hear nothing. It's fine.
Oh, that's good. That's because it's far. Yeah, it's from that. So what I've realized is because nobody ever wants to believe me when they hear, because everybody want to try to be a bigger asshole than me, is that when the phones be really close when we do the phone thing,
Mhm.
then they echo when they super close. But I do want to like mess around one day, and I want to like I got these cool little. Well, this one is broke, but we got these.
I ordered that damn thing. It did not come in.
So we got these. I'm gonna get some more, and you put them. They like move with you and stuff like that. Like they move, but they put your individual face on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So like it'll be. You know what I'm saying? I would like to do that. Like just want to test some new features out. Cause all these other shows, man, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to copy my style. I swear to God, I ain't gonna call them out, but I seen some shows from Detroit that just started out. No, not yet, cause I'm trying to get the book. I'm still trying to get this wave going. You feel me? So I seen some people trying to copy our style. I said, oh, okay, that's what's up. I see what y'all doing. You can't be us though, cause we gifted and we not scripted. So you know, we don't have nothing. We don't have a flow chart. We don't have nothing. Okay, I don't write nothing down. I just be like, hey, y'all coming? Cool. I see when you get there. I'll see when you get there. It is. Let's see. Toxicity. Is it toxicity or toxicity? Let me see. For me, there's a lot of things. Definitely accountability. I feel like not facing your fears is very toxic. Like avoidance is a toxic trait for me. I think I did a lot of maneuvering around issues instead of going through them and attacking them head on. That was super big for me. And just man, I was a really shitty person when I was dating women before I met my wife. Oh man, just fucking serial dating. I was Keisha on Monday, Sarah on Tuesday, you know, just whatever, just didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not because I didn't care about them, like I just don't think I care about myself at the moment. You know, and I think it's hard for a lot of people to like say that, like, I ain't care about myself, so I just want to push my bullshit onto a bunch of other people
Mhm.
because it's easier to put your shit on a bunch of other people than one person, so they don't feel all of you because it's a lot. And I recognize that like, damn, I might be the issue. So, but I ain't mind the issue because I'm like, I ain't trying to be all boyfriends. I'm trying to dust some buns.
So you know
real
you
quick.
identified your toxic traits.
Yeah, I was. Oh man, I had issues, man. I'm like, fuck, man, what am I doing? But then my issue was I'd be like, damn, why the fuck they acting crazy? Why this girl acting crazy? And then I had to be like, duh, you dummy, like you the common factor in all of this. Cause I'm like, damn, why she cuss me out? And then like, okay, like for instance, I was going to a Meek Mill's concert and I just was pulling a string. I just was trying to see what's up. And I told this chick, like, oh man, my car is going down. My car was brand new at the time. This is brand fucking new. She's like, oh, you can come use my car. I'm like,
She came up with
What?
She had a
listen,
solution.
she let me use her car. She let me smoke up her weed. And she let me drop all her gas on her car. Now, the man in me could have put the gas back in there, gave her the money for the weed, and like maybe claimed her car. Nope. The nigga in me was like, here you go, baby. Here you go, just like this. Yep, stayed over there for like an hour, gave her a kiss, and dipped and went and seen some other chick like 3 blocks over. Literally. But it wasn't my fault. It was this dating app I was using. They kept making me meet girls all in the same area.
Accountability.
It wasn't my
Accountability.
fault. Not at that time. I'm just saying it wasn't my fault of where the women
The
lived.
proximity. I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
the proximity wasn't my fault.
She black?
Yeah, she was black. Yeah, she,
Did she let him do all that?
yeah, she was black. And then what's even crazier about it is we hadn't even been talking more than like 2 weeks.
What kind of person was she, bro? She must have been down bad. I ain't gonna
No, man, she was up. She had a good job. She was a title agent at Rocket. Title
I don't
agent.
mean down bad like in life. I'm talking about like as a person.
Emotionally,
Was she bad for
yeah.
real? Like,
No,
what are
she
her
was
emotions like?
a good looking woman, upbeat, very like she was a good mom. She cooked, she cleaned. You know what I'm saying? She just wasn't a person for me.
You just got off. That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
see, what I did was I had I ain't do no foul shit. I just kind of stopped talking to her And then she,
already did the phone
I
shit.
did already did the
That's
phone
your
shit.
ease,
But once I
smoke
stopped
weed.
talking to her though, once I stopped talking to her, she hit me with that. Oh, I only want to be with you and I love you. We haven't only been talking for 3 weeks. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I drove up your gas. Yeah, because you crazy. It's time to go. But that was just being young, and I thought that's how you dated around, but I was wrong. Yeah,
Maybe you learn. You only young once. Older people say it all the time.
older people fuck up too.
Sure do.
That you only young once.
They just
still
don't.
be
They
fucking
just
up.
didn't have social media to show it.
Oh yeah, big facts. They can hold it in 10 toes.
Because back then, when you cheated, nobody knew except for Cheryl, the dude that cheated, and Marilyn down the street.
That's only sometimes. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can look at your mama's other sister and notice
Like
that
something
one
ain't
of them
right.
look like your-
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can see
Something
it.
is not right.
Sometimes it stand out.
Definitely for sure. Oh, I got the third camera up. Wait. All right, we're gonna take that out because I don't look good. But anyway. Yeah, welcome to the We Outside show. So Shelly introduced our topic. Shelly, thank you for coming back the third time. You know what? I really appreciate you because I really felt like y'all got rubbed the wrong way. And I was like, let me just reach out to Shelly. Like, come up with the topic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I know y'all strong black women.
Mhm.
All right. So let's get to the bullshit. Oh, everybody got shit to say, huh?
What you mean? What you about the toxic shit?
Yeah.
So
We were talking. So I wanted to know.
somebody
Yeah,
So,
I wanted to
okay.
know. Have anybody personally identified any of your toxic traits? Like, do you know if you have any? Clearly, you know yours.
Yeah. The ones I have right now, I
Yeah.
don't think I identified them though.
Really? I was telling Shane on the way here. I don't think I have a lot of toxic traits just because I don't know. But I was telling her I've been trying to figure out because I think my problem is I really stopped messing with people kind of easily sometimes, and I'm starting to wonder like, is that a problem? You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to wonder if it is a little bit of toxicity in there, like just like fuck this, I don't care no more, because that's kind of how my personality is.
But I got something to say to that. Like when you say like you don't care no more, right?
Yeah.
Can that stems to like your entrepreneurship or like what you do? Can you be toxic to say like I don't deal with that person or like I don't even want to be around them just because you got other goals that you're trying to reach and go towards. You know what I'm saying? Let alone being toxic.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I'm just not okay with any type of person being in my life. Now, if I've been rocking with you for some years, it's going to be hard for me to let you go. So that's another problem that I have. I have a very, very hard time letting people that I love go. But if I ain't been rocking with you that long, like I went to a trip to Vegas this year, and this girl, we was cool. She did my taxes. She got me all kind of money back. We was cool, talking every day on the
Is she gonna do
phone.
your taxes this year too?
I should really reach out to her and make up.
I need my
But
taxes
like
done,
I
too.
hadn't known her that long. She started off as one of my clients at my spa or whatever, and we just became friends. We took on this girls trip, and she kind of accused me of doing something on this trip, like losing her purse. And it turns out she just left it in a hotel, and she didn't apologize. And I instantly felt like this relationship is now ended because it is proven. Like I don't know how to explain how bad it was. She was in front of these white people acting a fool, and she ain't black. She's Arabic, and she was telling people like the black girls teaming up on me, like this type of stuff. So the relationship was over. But I'm so crazy that I slept in the bed with the bitch every night still because that's how type of person I'm. Like, bitch, I don't care. Right. I slept in the bed with her every night. Like, we're in the Paris hotel. We paid thousands of dollars to be here. Yeah, it's another bed over there I could have slept in.
I'm not big on this, but what's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius Pisces.
What month is that?
February 19th.
That's crazy. You probably the nicest Aquarius I've ever.
I'm an Aquarius Pisces.
Aquarius Pisces, whatever that.
Yeah, it's like a cusper thing. Well, I think I'm more on the Aquarius side because I'm not very emotional, but I'm a Pisces because I'm an empath, so I share other people's emotions. I'll cry for somebody else before I cry for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You like a weird Virgo.
I'm a very weird person.
You got like a lot of different traits. Only reason I say that is because what you describing, I think is something a lot of people struggle with, and they don't know. We don't know how to put it into words like that because I'll cuss you the fuck out, but I still want to hang out with you.
Don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Is that weird?
No, I think that's you enjoying your life because my thing is I spent thousands of dollars to be on this trip. I don't care what happened between me and you. I'm not leaving this room I'm not flying back early, and I'm gonna enjoy every piece of this trip. And that's the type of person I am. I did elbow her real bad in her face in the middle of the night, and then I rolled over and looked her in the eye like, "Bitch, do something." She didn't, but that was it.
She knew she was wrong.
She knew. You don't understand. She was in there screaming that she's high. She smoked. Like, I'm always high. I smoke weed. So she's yelling, "Oh, she's on drugs." Like, my sister is there, and I come from a very conservative family, and so my sister is not like that at all. So my sister don't cuss. She don't do all that. And so I keep my lifestyle kind of, and she's telling her, "Oh, she's on drugs," and I'm like, I'm good. So it was like a big thing. It was like some racial stuff thrown in. So I was good, but I'm never gonna mess up my money and my trip. I had the best vacation ever.
I think I struggle with that. Well, I ain't gonna say struggle. I think I make people feel awkward when we have a bad situation, and then I'm still okay.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a bad thing.
I like people like that.
A lot of people get weirded out because they be thinking you have
Yep.
They think that you have. I hear this a lot. Like, oh, he not tripping, he not mad. So what's the real intentions?
Yep.
And I be like shit, we might die tomorrow. Like,
I just don't care.
Like real shit. Like I'm not an angry person. Like it's hard to be angry.
It is.
That you exude a lot of energy. I be chilling. I be
I wish I
laughing.
could lie.
Life be funny. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, if you piss me off, you gotta really piss me off. I'm gonna let you know you piss me off because I'm not about to hold that shit in. But now I'm about to stop being mad. I didn't say what I had to say. What's the point of me sitting here huffing and puffing, doing all the extra shit for? I didn't already say what I had to say.
But the other people get mad though, like he said, because I've had that problem with trying to date people and they don't understand. I'm just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. And it's instantly like I'm being sarcastic. Like, nah, I just really don't give a fuck, sir. Like, can I go finish doing what I was doing? So some people really don't understand that some people just can move on from stuff really easily.
And I'm just I'm a firm believer of like not giving people power, like or situations power. I'm like, it's not gonna ruin my day.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I feel stuff like that, like these type of situations, like we always talk. It shows somebody like they own internal mental fortitude. It's like, what can you deal with? What type of person are you for real? Because how could it bother you that a person spoke their piece, let you know where they had you messed up, and then they went on about their business? Who really want to sit there and be mad all day? That's a certain type of person who sit there and hold in stuff and still keep going on and on about it. You dwelling on the wrong things.
But you got people who interpret whatever you say you feel.
Nice.
Instead of listening to what you say,
That's their own
interpret
and how they came up. You can't really hold, you can't stuff like that. You can't really explain it.
I'm guilty of that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm guilty of that. I gotta be real. I gotta be honest with myself. I'm very guilty of interpreting things my own way, even though somebody could be saying it. But it depends on the relationship. Like, especially with my wife, she'll be like, she could look at me in my face and be like, the color is blue. I'd be like, you know what? I really feel like she need red. And I had to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? And oh, that's awkward. Yeah, I had to really stop doing that. But whatever. So I had to really stop doing that. Like trying to figure it out on my own. And had to just, like you said, just listen to them. Stop trying to interpret. That's a real bad habit.
It's really hard when people have expectations on how they think you should feel. If you somebody who dealt with a whole lot and you put in this situation,
just take the phone. I'm gonna skip it.
Things really be minor. Like for me, stuff that be a big deal to some people, to me it'd be minor. My reality is, I was in a situation where I wasn't supposed to come out of. Right. I came out of it. So from that point on, man, most stuff just don't even matter to me. You know what I mean? It'd be so minute.
Yeah.
But people feel like I should be more emotionally involved in situations that don't even really register emotionally for me. Exactly.
Some people's perspective is so small.
Do you think like most people that's just toxic, they want to be that bull in the room? No.
Toxicity is circumstantial because it manifests in different ways.
Because they want you to see them too, though.
I mean,
sometimes they could be
do
the ones
things
that
out
sit.
of just spite.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could be the ones that sit in the darkness, right? And they shoot darts from the darkness. They don't want you to see them. And you trying to figure out, like, man, how is all of this information coming about? Or why are these situations manifesting? And then when it all comes down, it's like, oh, that was you. Like, you've been the one who perpetuated all of this nonsense. And now I see that it's you.
And nobody else realized it.
But you like, man, do you know what you created for me with your nonsense?
Yeah.
But now I'm forced to look at this situation
and
like,
engage in this stupid
man.
stuff.
Right.
So one of the big things that I've dealt with since I came home, and everybody have an opinion about it, but it's a difficult thing to try to address. So when I went in, they told me to die in prison, right?
Wow.
16, they told me to die. They say you'll never make it beyond these bars again alive, right? I had a lot of people who decided that's too much for me. I'm out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about family.
Yeah.
I'm talking about close relatives. I'm out.
Yeah.
I had to accept that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because while I'm busy dealing with the fact that I'm in the joint, I'm a teenager. They told me to die here. I'm amongst predators. I'm amongst the nonsense. I have to deal with all this.
Yeah.
I can't also carry this. So I have to let you go because you let me go.
Yeah.
Those changes don't automatically just reverse themselves, right? Because now I'm out here and the people that walked away are also out here, but now they feel like guilt. They feel like guilt because, oh yeah, you left me alone for 28 years while I sat there and had to deal with all of the stuff that I dealt with. Now I'm out here and you want to say, hey, I love you. Okay, I love you too, but keep loving me from a distance, the way that you did when I was in there. People say, you gotta forgive and forget. How can you tell me that? You've never experienced what I just experienced.
Yeah.
What gives you the knowledge to say, oh, this is how you're supposed to act? You've not been in a situation where they told you to die in prison.
Yeah.
So now you telling me how I should respond to a thing that you've never experienced.
And that's wrong on so many levels. And I think that's a big problem with a lot of people. Like, my biggest issue right now is people trying to tell other people how they should feel about certain situations.
Social media, that's because social media.
I do believe it's so like everybody is entitled to an opinion. Like, you know,
Everybody
but it's
don't
your
deserve
opinion.
an opportunity to
You know what I'm saying?
expand
Yeah, your opinion. Like, I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, but some of those opinions will never leave the front door of my house. And not because I don't think they valid, but it's because I don't think that I should put them in a position where now it's going to affect friendships, relationships, potential business relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is better left in your head or with your safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. Like you said, like, I wouldn't want to tell nobody that or abandon nobody. Like I got a cousin that's locked up right now, and he did some fucked up shit. And you know, he made it to my wedding. It was some crazy shit. So we was at the wedding. He ended up dancing with somebody that was there. He ended up hitting on his girl. He already had some other pending charges. He was out on bond. He should have been chilling. So he ended up getting locked up. So a lot of the family kind of like, it was some other shit that he did. They kind of abandoned. So I kind of, now I don't talk to him every day because the shit's expensive. But I talk to him when I can talk to him. Like, I reach out to him. He reached out to me. We paid up. And, you know, I know he going through a lot because he just recently lost, we lost his brother. His brother just died from an OD. And then we just lost our grandfather a couple weeks ago. Well, not a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. It felt like a couple weeks ago. So, you know, people telling him like, it's going to be okay. And I'm just like, I'm not finna tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be here for you, but I don't want to tell him how to feel because when you, like you said, when you going through that, like, my emotions are my emotions. How you perceive life and how I perceive life is differently. So how can you, I feel you on that. Because that's real. Like, I don't know how that feels. Somebody said, "I like you gonna die here."
But is that so? I've been wrestling with that a bit because I have realized, you know, since I've been home, I am a lot less emotional to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like dealing with people, when people get all up in arms and they be like, okay, let me put it like this. I hurt somebody, right, in a relationship early on, somebody I cared about. And
one person.
when she was, explaining the whole situation, I was kind of like numb to it. Like, I understand you hurting, but I'm looking at things logically right now. We had a conversation that the conversation was clear that the way that you hurt, you shouldn't be hurt because you knew that this was something that was going to happen. We talked about it.
Yeah.
So to me, logically, I'm like, what the heck are you hurt for?
Yeah.
Like, it's not unexpected.
Yeah.
But then later, I'm like, dang, I actually hurt this individual that I care for. And I'm not emotionally attached to this.
Yeah.
The pain don't register right now.
Man,
And maybe because it's everything else added on, but the pain don't register right now. So I really had to and I still think about that. Like, man, if in my dealings, I'm less capable of addressing the emotional standpoint that I need to solidify relationships.
Yeah.
Does that add a toxic trait to who I am? Because it's not like I don't attach emotionally. It's just like I'm less likely now because I know that things get a little murky.
But then at the same time, because I struggle with that. I struggle with understanding it, but not having that attachment to it, feeling it. And I struggle with that because, people do like they pour their emotions out. I pour my emotions out, but it depends on what the issue may be. Yeah. And like you were saying, like, man, that's crazy. You say that because I struggle with that, like feeling how they feel, but until I hurt them, then it's like, damn, I did it, so I can feel it. But when they get hurt by something else, I can't. Like, you an empath, my wife an empath. She pull that in. You know what I'm saying? I can't pull it. Every homeless person for example, every homeless person we walk past when we was out of the country, she wanted to give them money. Every single person. I'm like, listen, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
can't help everybody, baby.
I wish we could, baby. Oh, listen, we can't help every single person. Literally, if she had the money to give every single homeless person that we drove past Detroit, she really have that big of a heart. Yeah. And I'm like, it's not that I don't have that big of a heart, but my attachment knows that is a lot of, like, I worked in that field in Detroit as well too. I know the resources is there, and I know some people want the help and some people just want to give out. And so, our attachments are different. But I do feel you though, because I don't feel bad like that my emotion is not there, but I will feel bad if I hurt you. Like that I'll be like, damn, I hurt you.
But the empathetic person feels sorry for the person, not because they don't know that there aren't resources. They feel bad because they're another human being. And like, oh my God, that's human. So that's what your wife feels. And I get what you're saying because, like I said, I'm a weird personality. So I got both. Like, I could turn this shit on and off. So I'm the same way. And I think the way both of you guys think, which is kind of weird. Yeah.
So, So it's 9:15. Welcome to the We Outside Show for everybody that's just tapping in out there in the world. Xavier just walked in. What's up?
What's going on, y'all? Y'all all right?
Yeah. So you just got here. So this is
Mr. Dude,
I was about to change. So I was gonna change your name. That's what I do. When I change your name like 10 times. But yeah, this Mr. Still Your Girl. But he married though. You married, right? Okay. Shout out to Mary. This cute. This my brother that I ain't know I had. And this Shelly.
Hi.
This Tree. I met him on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? This my sister-in-law. This Shayna. Niggas that we went to high school together.
Yeah.
I ran into you a couple months ago too at another it was an open mic. I got paid for that event though. At I'm out. Cigar bar. I missed that place. They need this called Smoking Words, but they on a break right now. And so they do cigars and the whiskeys, and the food is really good. Black owned, good food. It's in Westland. No, it's in Wayne on Michigan. The cigar bar is still open, but they're not doing the poetry no more. But I do got to get with the chick that ran it because she a real good person. She got a book. She's supposed to be coming on here too. Tap in with her. You were supposed to bring your book.
I was.
Yeah.
Listen, I couldn't get copies.
Okay.
I put my pops up to it.
Yeah.
He he didn't make it happen.
Okay.
I tried.
Whenever you do, man, let me know because I want to get into it too. Because it's crazy though. My wife just bought me some books for Sweetie's Day, and I'm just like trying to dive back into reading.
Yeah.
Get back into it. If you are reading anything for the fellas out there, I'm reading right now is 180 prayers for black men. It's dope. It's dope. Like I swear to God, it's like spot on. Like if you're not into the Bible and stuff like that, that's cool too. But the stuff they just be talking about just be basic stuff about men.
Mhm.
Like everything in the book not religious. A lot of it's just be like day-to-day stuff about like issues we struggle with. And they one pagers for the day. Like you read one page, they dope. It just be like, are you struggling with this? I'd be like, damn, I am struggling with this. How did you know that? I'd be like, I woke up this morning, I'm like, wow, I am struggling with this. How did you know that? But yeah, so for everybody that's tapping back in, oh yeah, for sure. So for everybody that's tapping back in, today's topic is basically are you toxic or nah? So you just got here. You want to introduce yourself, tell the people.
You say what? Drink. I do.
You do? Okay.
Pour.
Yeah, I'm about to say you want to pour it for them?
No.
Oh, they can't see it no way. Yeah,
I ain't pouring no poison.
yeah, it's cool.
Do that to yourself.
So one of our cameras did go down, but it'll be right back up after this little break. So yeah, so you want to tell the
I can
people?
introduce myself. So
Yeah, here, let's turn this way.
what's good, y'all? I'm Xavier Jones. Y'all call me X. Like I said, we went to school together a long time ago.
Damn, don't say it like that.
River Rouge. I only said that way because I was a little dog. I used to bother you because I knew you.
And
was a
I
big
feel
nigga.
old now, dog. You talking?
I used to just fuck with you just because.
And I feel super old now.
I am a journalist. I'm a writer.
Please tell me you brought one of your books.
They not with me, but they in the car.
Oh,
They're not on my person, but I got books in the car.
Oh, okay.
It'll be cut to come up. I've been writing shit my whole life. Just a bunch of little things. What I have now are short story books.
Okay.
I have written commercials, short films, novels, comic books, hell, everything but obituary. I kind of have wrote an obituary before, so I done wrote most things.
Okay. Get into it. I like it. I love it. And my name is don't matter. Just go. We outside the show. Everything. So we outside the show is expanding on all platforms. We got a couple of technical glitches. For our other platforms that we supposed to be on. AMP is shut down. AMP closed. Not because of us, because AMP just closed. They kicked all their users off the platform and they shut it down. I love AMP. I absolutely love AMP. So it's gone. But yeah, so we got DJ AMP. Yeah, it's coming. You can download the AMP app, but when you go into it, it'll say this is no longer available. So it's called AMP. AMP was a great.
I know LI Media Project.
Yeah.
One of the spots my book was on sale.
Yeah, I love AMP. Yeah, they shut down the first week of November, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't know that until maybe a few days ago when I went on there to like go edit some episodes. I'm like, oh, let me go AMP and edit these episodes. Then it was like, you can't access this. I'm like, damn, I forgot my password. Then it was like, no, it just don't exist no more. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. So we'll be expanded to some other platforms real soon. Dystopia is next. We'll be on Dystopia. And shout out. So I met this guy the other day. I do ride shares. I met this guy the other day, and he put me onto a bunch of stuff. I dropped him off at a podcast studio. He owned it. He was like, "Oh, bro, y'all need to get y'all show on this." You know what I'm saying? I listen to my own shit when I drive. I don't listen to nobody else. They be like, "Who is this? Me? This is me. This is us. You wanna listen? You want to turn it up?" They're like, "Yeah." So yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming out here. I appreciate you, man.
No problem, man. Thank you.
That's last minute for sure. I didn't think you was gonna make it.
No, I was already out.
Oh, okay.
I was in Southfield. I figured it's time for work things. So
Fuck it, you was right there. You might as well,
let me come out. I've been in the house chilling. I work from home today, so
okay.
I ain't gonna bullshit. I had a pretty easy day. So
Oh, that's what's up.
a little bit of driving ain't gonna hurt.
Hey, that's what's up. I had a fucking boring day. I got kids. I'm for all the people out there that don't think I got no job, you're right. I don't have a fucking job. Okay. I'm a fucking dad. That's my title right now. I'll figure the rest out later. I got businesses, but slow motion right now. It is what it is. Because somebody asked me the other day, was like, what do you do? Because everybody be like, I hate work. I got to go to work. They be like, you don't do shit, do you? I'm like, I do, bro. I just get it how I live. That's what I mean. That too. Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it pays. Sometimes it don't. Yeah. But you just came in, so everybody that's tapping back in, we just having a conversation about toxicity.
Mhm.
Are you recognizing in yourself? Are you taking accountability for it? I don't know. Have you had any toxic traits in your life that you recognize?
It all depends who's asking, and I'm not really saying that just cover my own ass. In my own relationships, it's never been like that toxic that everybody else might, that traditional toxic. But I know sometimes I can be stubborn. Okay. I can not listen, or once I feel my type of way, give me a couple, whatever amount of time it comes to pass, and I can maybe think about it a little bit different. But I've never been petty. I ain't never bust nobody's windows, hurt nobody, or blow somebody's phone up. If you don't want to talk to me no more, you just don't talk to me no more. I'm okay with that. And I always want to be treated. I treat people how I want to be treated. So I don't treat nobody toxic. I hope nobody treat me toxic back.
Awesome. So I learned that late in life. Yeah, I like to ghost people and then pop back in their life.
I mean,
it works so well.
It does.
It works so.
You
work. Oh my God, you
crazy.
You
I
date a chick. You date a chick and you give her the best 45 minutes of her life, and you block her. All right,
that's
block it there.
You block her.
Is crazy.
No, I go full brigade.
Mute is respectable.
Full brigade block.
No, don't block people. That's
Full
how you
brigade
find out
block.
who
Why though?
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's all I initially wanted. But then I'd be up late and ain't nobody hitting on nothing. I'd be like, damn, I wonder what she doing. Then I unblock her. I'd be like, hey, what you doing?
Toxic
That is
AF.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You had a whole plan too.
Yeah,
you
but
had
then
a-
but they answered, they respond to it. So who's worse? So who's worse?
I mean,
you.
But I know what I'm doing wrong.
That's what
They're
make it
helping enabling me.
That's what make it bad.
Why they
No,
still
because
let
you're
me come
playing
over the
on-
house?
Because you plan on the fact that you know that they want you in some
But they
form.
still let me come over at
Exactly,
that time.
because they want you in some form.
So whose fault is that?
It's
Yours.
They could tell me no. They
Okay,
could tell me
so-
no though.
They just think, nah. Some people just dumb. You feel me? You smart, nigga. You know what you.
I know what I'm doing.
That's what make you ain't. That's why you ain't shit.
But
Like,
that's what makes
I
it
dealt with
toxic.
toxic men and just was like, shit, I want this dick. So I knew what I was doing too.
that's not
Mm.
toxic. That's
So,
just you
yeah,
just
that's
making
just-
a
that's
very
different.
calm,
But-
calculated
Yeah.
decision.
But he said he
That's
gave you the
respectful.
best 45 minutes, then blocked it.
That's
Immediately
respectful.
block 'em.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I'm
spin
blocking
the
them
block
all.
later.
Yeah, I was very notorious. Like
why block him though? Why can't you just not
Because-
block him
Why
and
you
call
just
him
can't
later?
ignore him, bro? So real niggas
Because
stand on that vision. No.
nah,
Why?
because
That
women.
shit more fun.
So I used to always run into very emotionally invested type of women,
That's life.
and no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, and
It's
then I
all
started.
depending on how
I-
intuitive you is. If
I
you pay
started running
attention or not. It's
into
gonna show
see
one
my
way.
the problem was that my issue was I couldn't identify who were real hood rats and who were like real women.
That's a problem.
That was the issue. So I would be running into hood rats. See, part of the problem is I dated strippers a lot. A part of my first half of my life.
I
Really
feel
bad.
for you,
Like that was
bro.
your type?
Yeah, I was into a lot of. I
That's
was.
wild.
I was.
That's not a type.
That's what I said, that's a
lifestyle.
type.
I was doing.
That's a lifestyle.
It's a job.
No, it was.
And they only date
You-
lawyers.
So you gotta make. So when you doing that, like when I made a decision to only date strippers,
He made a life decision. He made it. He
What
being
made you
honest.
be like,
Okay.
I need to sit
So-
down and
so let
think
me-
about
so let me tell you,
this
all right.
is right for me.
so I went to my first time going to strip club. I was 18. It was an 18 and up strip club. All right, they didn't sell liquor. I was sitting there. I saw this girl, and she was beautiful. I was like, oh my God, you can have all my.
You said it was
money
your
back.
first time?
This is my first time
Okay,
going.
all right.
Listen,
I
What club was it?
understand.
it was it's called Bada Bing.
Of
It's,
course,
it's
it was
no
I knew
longer
it.
open in
I didn't
Lincoln
want to
Park.
say it out loud, but I
Listen,
knew it was.
So I'm sitting there and she dancing and stuff, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, she ain't grown. She got to be at least 17, 18.
Mm.
I asked her how old she is. She was like, oh, I'm waiting on the cab. I'm like, I got a car. I could take you home. So I take her home. We get to talking. Woo, woo, woo. 3 days later, we go together. Like we together. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the titty bar every night. I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what you do for a living? Don't worry about that, okay?
Right.
Don't worry about that. Just know I'm living.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But that was I had issues though, but I didn't recognize the issues. But I was dating women who didn't have no standards because I didn't have no standards. So I was like, oh, if I date shitty women, then they can't be mad at me for being a shitty man because they don't have any
We all
standards.
shitty.
We all shitty together. We in the same talking boat. Baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit, would you like? You know, it is what it is. Oh, shout out to my guy Joe, man. Shout out to my guy Joe, man. He actually sponsored our show at the bar. Shout out to Motivated. So shout out to that guy, man. He's a real good guy. He'll be actually coming on telling his story, his trials and tribulations and the things he's been through. So y'all get ready to tap in with that. That's gonna be real cool. We got a couple. I'm putting something together, man. I'm doing like a all men's round table of men of different ages and different backgrounds, so we can like come together and talk, just have like good conversation outside of talking about like sex. Listen, Sexy Red talk about enough of that for all of us. So I keep it. Oh, she goes nuts. Hey, Sexy Red, if you listening to this or anybody who knows Sexy Red, please send her this. We need you. I need you right here. You can bring your team, the baby, all of that. Go crazy. I'll put the stripper pole up here and everything. We arrange all of that for you. Just get up here. But yeah, for sure. So welcome to the Hot 93.97 show. We was on some bull. We just chopping and shit. But yeah, so Mr. Steal Your Girl and Do What You Love Better. Oh, we'll get it right. Mr. Do What You Mr. Do What You Love. Mr. Do What You Love. All right, Mr. Do What You Love. Y'all heard right now? I did too. You know, black people always think they hear something.
Yep.
Yeah. So what about you? Like what's have you ever had to identify toxic traits in yourself or others?
Others,
Yeah, use that. Yeah.
but I identify them. You know, I just put them all in one boat and just sink that bitch. You know what I mean? So I don't really care about toxic people
Yeah,
coming around me.
you gotta talk to this boy.
I just leave you alone for real, man. I don't even dwell around your past.
Okay, that's
I
real.
want to be around people that's doing what they love to do.
So what if you around somebody that's doing what they want to do, but it's toxic?
Doing what they love to do, but it's toxic.
Yeah.
So basically, let's put it in.
What if you with a crackhead?
So I deal around a lot of people, right?
Okay.
So I bring a crackhead. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about crackhead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I tell you about crackheads.
Oh, I didn't know you knew a crackhead, but I'm intrigued now.
So say I stay on the block. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of crackheads dwell. You get what I mean? But if they in a situation outside of my cameras, they fighting each other over some crack. You know what I'm saying? You know that's
Catch
what they
that
shit on camera?
Yeah,
You didn't caught that shit on camera?
It's on my camera. So you get what I'm
You
saying?
need YouTube. Censor.
But my dog. But let me tell you the story though. You know what I'm saying? So I got over 90 bottles in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Beer bottles, all that kind of
I
stuff.
thought you were about to say you got over 90 crack rocks.
Nah, man. So look. So you're a product of your environment, right? So we are a product of that. So as they fighting literally in the middle of my street, you know what I'm saying? I go outside. I know it's a toxic situation between the both of them, but at the same time, they need something. You know what I'm saying? So they either want money or they want they fix. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fix this shit because I see the toxic situation that they in. Let alone, I tried to fix the situation, but my man's then hit dog or whatever, and the next day, dude came in the morning and stole all my bottles, right? So I'm looking at the camera, him stealing all my bottles out my backyard, and I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna go outside and just, be like, hey, y'all chill out, basically. But the next day, dude stole my bottles, went to the liquor store. After he went to the liquor store, I know my man's at the liquor store and basically took all my bottles up there, cashed them in, got his money. Once he got his bread, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, so where all my bottles go? So homeboy, he ain't even from here. The dudes that was basically
when you do it, put it like that.
basically fighting and whatnot in the middle of the street. So with them fighting in the middle of my block, you know what I'm saying, in front of my house,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and then he goes and cash my bottles in, I still ain't say nothing. You know what I mean? So by me not saying nothing or trying to watch them out, I just figured as though, you know, they just
So
so these two crackheads, I'm just talking.
Yeah, hit mute on that. No, you good. You make sure the volume all the way down. All right. Our bad for all the people at home that got like a little ear shot. Sorry about that. We was having a couple of like little technical difficulties, but we back with the second camera. My bad for the folks at the crib. So before we interrupt your crackhead story, yeah. So, but go ahead, you can finish. Our bad.
So these two, so my man's, you know, he taking all my bottles out the back of the house. You know what I'm saying? I caught him on camera. He goes to the liquor store, the same liquor store that everybody goes to on the corner. And so, come to find out, the other dog, he wasn't even from here. And the other dude, he stayed two houses down or whatnot. And I guess he ended up getting a bad batch or whatnot. He ended up falling out. So, I mean, you can't really, on my end, you really can't destroy a crackhead situation because crackheads gonna do what they gonna do regardless.
They gonna do crack.
So they gonna do crack. So if I was to go outside and say, hey y'all stop fighting, but I can't give you no crack, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what I do. But if you go back there and go steal my bottles, go steal the motherfucking bottles. If I catch you at the liquor store, I ain't gonna stop you and say, nigga, my motherfucking bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna be the person to be like damn, and then let y'all find out where I stay at.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So you really can't destroy a situation on the behalf of crackheads.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the moral of that story.
Motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Hey man, it's 9:35 on the hour. Right now, for the people that's not watching and that's on air, you should probably be hearing Taylor Swift right now. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick, real quick radio break, like real quick. Like it's over already. So welcome back to the Hot 93 97 show. Welcome back, everybody else at home. I low key had the system pause for like a half second. It's cool though. Everything was picked up. So we back. He was telling us about the crackhead story. I did say something about crackheads. I definitely said something about crackheads. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, that was an interesting perspective.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man, you know, yeah, that is man, you know, I was going through a lot of stuff when I met your dad. I was going through it. Like I was ready to go. I'm just be real. Like my mental was fucking bogus. And I happened to play football that year. I was like, I don't even want to play football this year. Like my mental was blue. My daughter just moved to Texas. I was fucked up about that. Had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of issues. I'm just like, man, I don't even want to play football this year. I don't even want to do nothing. But I ended up playing anyway. He ended up coaching. This is my first year meeting. He ended up coaching. So 1 year, it's just like real cool, you know, just talking to me, stuff like that. Like, man, anytime you want to talk to me, just give me a call. So then I just talk and just, good conversation. And my pops ain't around. So never really having that conversation with a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's talking to in a leading type of way, you know what I'm saying? Give like it just listening to you, being able to be. I'm like, damn, I never had that. So like I'm identifying, I'm not my brain registering, like, oh, you talk to somebody keeping 100 with you, you know what I'm saying? And you don't get that a lot, especially like now today. Everybody knows everything is about being heard and being seen. And I was like, man, I never felt that. So, talking. And now we fellowship and we, I'm calling him on a regular. We talking. He checking on me. And ain't no grown man ever checked on me, you know what I'm saying? We talking, we rocking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through my therapy, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to him. I'm playing ball. And we just like, he was like, I got a son. And he was telling me about stuff like that. I'm like, man, I had no idea. Like, telling me, what's going on stuff. He was like, yeah. He was like, you know what? He was like, I'm gonna put it in the air now. He was like, I don't know, but he was like, I know he gonna come home this year, sometime sooner than when he's supposed to come home. I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, no, for real. He was like, I believe. Like, I want you to meet him. So it's funny that we met without him. I was getting ready to go on vacation. I thought I was like, man, I look just like him. And I saw you, but I'm like, oh, that is because I recognized the girl from the Facebook pictures.
You gotta tell that story though, man.
Yeah. So I seen you. You know what I'm saying? We was I forgot where it was. I think it was Marshall's, Burlington. Okay, yeah, it was in Burlington. I saw you. I'm like, man, that's him. And I was looking. I'm like, no, that is him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but man, your dad talked about you so much. You know what I'm saying? I could just feel the love from him for you. You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me like, yeah, man, always good stuff. He was like, yeah, man, he working on art. I saw your art on Facebook. He was showing me the stuff on Facebook. I'm like, man, he was like, yeah, he just published a book. I'm like, damn. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, man, he's doing good stuff over there. He was like, so I'm really looking forward to you coming home. I'm like, that's what's up. And I was talking like, well, you got to introduce us then, man. I feel like that's my brother too now. He's like, oh, for real. And I told him like, he was real honored because I asked him like, I love for you to stand in as my father for my wedding. And he was like, you for real? I'm like, no, bro, for like, my heart is with you. Like, man, we locked in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just talked to him the other day. And I'm like, no, man, for real. Like, I want you to be in my wedding. You know what I'm saying? He was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, man, I wish Yusuf was here, man, so we could all cherish this moment together. I'm like, well, what? When he here, man, we can all get together. We still ain't there yet. I didn't see you 2 times now. And, but it was just cool. And it's funny because we talk about Toxicity, you know what I'm saying? I never was going to ever let nobody come in my life as a mentor. I was stuck on that level. Like, nah, when you grow up by yourself, it'd be like, fuck the world. You know what I'm saying? And I had to let that wall down, let somebody in, you know what I'm saying, to help mentor me. Because I tell you, man, I probably was on my last leg of life. Just so much as a black man, just coming into my head, my mind, my space. You know what I'm saying? And COVID I fucking hated COVID. Mm-hmm. I hated sitting in the house. That sitting in the house shit was not for me, like, at all.
So you talked around that book.
Yeah.
So I come home, and of course I have been hearing about you for years. You know what I mean? You made a big impression on my pops. Yeah. He always spoke highly of you. So when I came home, one of the things that he was saying was, of course, you know what I mean, he wanted to get us together. Yeah. So just so y'all know, I randomly was like, it rained for like 3 days in a row.
Yeah, it did.
And I was like, man, I don't have a raincoat. I didn't have much of nothing. I had just came home. I didn't have, some things that I needed. I said, man, let me shoot to Burlington and see if they got a raincoat. Random.
Yeah.
I'm all the way out on 13 and what?
Yeah, it was like 12 in the Quinder area.
The Quinder and 12 miles. So we out there. And just randomly, I had just talked to my father about him. Probably earlier that day. So I said, I'll meet him whenever I get a chance to meet him.
Yeah.
So we slide out there to Burlington. Walking through Burlington, I see this big dude coming up. Now, keep in mind, I just came from the joint, so don't approach me too quick. You know what I mean? I feel some kind of way.
I understand.
I feel like I'm on defensive. But I was good, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His energy wasn't that to where I felt like I needed to be on guard. But when he approached me and he said something to me, I looked at him and I'm like, well, dig that. He told me who he was, and I knew who he was.
Oh, it's at the picture from the
I
said that. I said that to him too. So we left. He was like, "Man, you ran," and it's funny because we was that's when me and Shannon was out. I ain't had no. My wife made fun of me. I don't like wearing shoes. I'll be wearing Jesus sandals, and I was looking for some new Jesus sandals. You feel me? And I still ain't find. Crazy. I still ain't find nothing that day.
I had just came to work, so I had on some dang on biscuits. But I had just came to work. But it was one of those things where, good energy bring good energy.
Facts.
That day, I wasn't on no nonsense. Had I been on some nonsense, we probably would have missed each other.
Yeah.
Had you been on some nonsense, we probably missed each other. Had my pops not been who he is, we'd have never met. I'd have never been sitting here right now.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's true. We wouldn't have never met.
The energy, you know what I mean? Like mine, because it was something about you that made my pops grab the hold. Sometimes we miss those things.
Yeah.
Sometimes we let everything else around us dictate our movements, and we miss the small things that would have mattered the most.
True.
You know what I mean? It's who in the heck knows why we brought into people's lives. You know what I mean? We don't really know. But the reality is, man, I ain't never had no license before. You know what I mean? I went in 16 years old, came out here, I got a license. When you said we out in Clinton Township, I'm like, all right, let me use this thing. Jump on there, because you'd have never been able to draw a map out.
MapQuest.
Never.
Yeah.
So I jump in the car, I drive way out here. It's at night, people driving crazy on 696.
Yeah.
But
I'm people.
The freedom.
I be doing that bitch.
He talking about our people.
The freedom to be able to do that and to be amongst people who we don't have to always agree on things. It's growth and disagreement.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But can you disagree with people and still be able to build?
Oh,
you know what I mean? And still be able to say, okay, I know I don't feel like I wasted my time with this individual, even though we disagree completely.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
You know what I mean? That's where that growth come in. So I try to pay attention to that when talking about toxicity. I try to pay attention to that because I don't agree with everything with everybody who I'm cool with. You know what I mean? But I think that my best growth comes from those people. The people who I don't always agree with, because it challenged me.
It takes strength for that. You gotta, if you're not agreeing with somebody but can still let them do their thing and do your thing without it being a thing, you really, mentally levels ahead of other people who will sit there and still be mad about what the other person talk about just because they disagree.
And then it's good to see different perspectives too with people, because I think this way, you think that way, and just to see, because we all trying to get to point A or whatever. You might do this and that, and I might, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just I like that fascinates me, like to know why people do what they do or think the way that they think. It might be different from me, but I'm like, oh, okay, you got, that's how you function or whatever. I don't know. It's fascinating to me. So.
Do anybody struggle with that in the room?
Yeah, I definitely in relationships. If we don't agree on some things, I am sorry. It's certain things, like I was opening my spa, and my best friend at the time, she didn't identify as Black, even though she's Puerto Rican and Black, whatever. She's Puerto Rican and Black. She didn't identify as Black, but she said things like nigga all the time, and she only dated, as she called them, niggas because they love. That type of shit. Just real fucked up, right? And so I dealt with that, and I handled it the way I felt like I didn't handle it. But the issue came in when I was opening my spa. I wanted to call it the Black Lady Spa. That's what I did. I played Black music, Black women art. And she had a problem with it. She said it was racist. And she said that someone was going to sue my business. And I said, you can exit. That's it. Like, because she was going to help me with my business. This is so important to me. Because when I go into Pontiac or Southwest Detroit and I go in there and they have their Spanish music playing, they're speaking in Spanish, they have their decor up, and all that is okay. But me as a Black lady, I can't say this is my aesthetic, this is what I want people to see when they walk into my space. We can no longer be friends because we disagree on this subject so much. and I am not budging from that. So that
That's
was
real.
how, yeah,
That's
because
not
it was
toxic though.
that's
It's
what-
healthy to have a non-negotiable. That's
when only
boundaries,
certain
you know what I'm saying?
things,
Yeah.
only certain
Yeah.
things, because you're so close to my life and you trying to help me make decisions about my business, and you don't agree with nothing about my
But it's the
business
fact that she
model.
didn't respect you.
Didn't-
though,
no
too.
respect.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
yeah,
you know,
that's-
like,
respect.
That's it, because I would say, like, I think I deal with that, and I'm learning more, like, especially like with my wife, like she kind of been showing me. I ain't gonna say she showing me, but when we disagree, because we have a blended family,
Mhm.
so totally different.
Grew up that
You know
way.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like the way I feel like kids should be raised, the way she feel like kids should be raised. When I say things, sometimes they can come off as harmful.
Mhm.
They may seem like I'm trying to rule with an iron fist, or of her approach is more, she wants to, not necessarily, I'm not gonna say gentle, because ain't nothing gentle, but she wants to, do a little. She likes her parenting to be, firm, assertive,
Mhm.
but with a softer, more of a
It's called
woman's
soft
touch.
parenting.
Yeah,
gentle
you know what I'm
parenting,
saying?
Yeah.
I only reason I want to call it gentle because she still to knock a kid
Me
out.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too, but at the
But
same-
yeah, but
never
she
have to.
but
because-
she don't have to.
Yeah.
Her opening approach is a little bit more softer. I'm
Mhm.
all for my
Is it
my
more
kids know.
steps to her? It's like
I'm
10
all
steps to knock a
business.
kid out.
I'm
3
all
steps to you.
business. Oh yes, like if you lose your password, how was a 2-step factor? You gotta get they send you the link, and then you gotta see. Not with me. I'm like why we have to have this conversation, because I already told you, but I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? But we disagreed on it because she disagreed with the way I parent. You know what I'm saying? But I disagree with the way she parent. And then what we had to do is, just because we disagreed on that don't mean we can't be together. We just had to figure out something to work, because it wasn't worth losing her over the disagreement. And I had to look at my friendships like that too. Like, is this worth me losing my friend over? You know what I'm saying? I lost a friend recently, and I still don't even know why the fuck we lost each other.
Mhm.
But some things were said, and they never was addressed. You know what I'm saying? Could I be the bigger person and go to them like, hey, I heard you said some things, X, Y, and Z? I didn't, because I have a really bad habit of when people dissipate from my life, I let them go.
Mhm.
I don't go through.
I don't think I don't think you should always have to be the bigger person. I ain't gonna lie. I think Shannon Sharp was just talking about it too.
Yeah.
Like he said it real smooth.
Mhm.
If you always got to be the bigger person, that means you're around too many little people.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so that's the whole thing. Like, it's not really toxic on
Mm.
your part for if you getting into it with somebody and they remove yourself from your life. You shouldn't have to spin the block. If you really rock with me, we still gonna be tied in regardless.
matter what,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So like it's
Yeah.
certain things I feel like it's like, okay, it's toxic if your perspective is like critical.
Mm.
Like, if you know what I'm saying, like
Okay.
if you gonna take it all the way there in this situation or for this perspective, that's toxic. But some things is just
It
a
is what it
thing,
is.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's a problem.
Mhm.
And how you deal with it is what makes it toxic or
Yeah.
not.
I feel like that, like about certain things, because like me, like I got a real bad habit of standing firm about my wife. Like
I feel it.
my wife, like me, you could talk about me all day. I don't care. Like I'm good. Moment you bring her name up in it, I'm ready to fight you. I don't give a fuck what it's
I
about.
feel like that's the stereotypical
You know what I'm saying?
men
But-
thing, or at least how it should
but-
be.
I had
Yeah.
to stop being like that, because sometimes I still need to hear what people saying and not jump so offensively, and listen and
Gotta
not
find
and
the
not
sweet spot.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do. So I'm still working on that now, because like as a man, especially, I got 2 girls too. I can't be such on my high horse and try to rule over everything that I mismanage their feelings. Because one thing I did understand as a black kid is my feelings was mismanaged, and when your feelings are being mismanaged and nobody paying attention to you, that's when life start hitting you
Mhm.
at a young age, and it shouldn't be hitting.
Mhm.
So
Just
I
be a kid.
yeah, you should have been able to just be a kid, and people was putting you in areas of life that you should have never been in. So now I'm an adult, and I'm like, what's something that I can do so I don't miss? Because my son 14, I was 14, but me being 14 and him being 14, 2 different 14s. But some stuff ain't never gonna change. The streets still crazy. They still out here people still out here having sex. People still out here killing people. It's you know what I'm saying? Some stuff is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? And I have to still lead him through the old stuff and this new crazy stuff out here. And that's something that I really struggle with
That's the
because
struggle of parenting.
Yeah,
bro. That's the
struggle of
cycle. Yeah,
yeah, it was that struggle of life. You know
That's,
what I'm saying?
the
Like,
struggle of life. It's always changing with some consistencies and
Yeah.
some things that are completely brand new.
Yeah.
I will say though, this current generation is probably the toughest for everybody because this social media phone shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the combination of those two things are just crazy. Like kids with phones, crazy. Adults and social media is fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
They call
Like,
it
we in the
social
critical.
media, but it's the most anti-social
social
thing.
shit
It
ever.
is.
I
I seen that. I
Yeah.
seen that from before. So me witnessing it, it's like
But that's still
If
from
y'all
social
grew up-
media, from trying to play it cool all the time type
Yeah.
shit. Instead of just you like motherfuckers used to be on MySpace and Bogo Space.
Mhm.
But
Just
you,
talking
so,
shit,
so
having a
y'all
good
know this
time,
stuff.
yeah.
This stuff is like normal. So
Yeah.
y'all watched it from the inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
our
coming
generation.
into
We
it
grew
from a
up.
distance, seeing it from a distance,
Oh, yeah,
and then
culture
walking
shock.
around here, and it's like, what the heck is going on? You know
Everybody
what I mean?
like this.
Yeah.
Culture
It's,
shock.
oh man, it's completely different.
and I
It's something that
yeah.
you was talking about that tie into what you were saying and what you were saying, right?
Mhm.
There's a thing that we do that is not normally named, but it's an important thing. And you was talking about this with, your partner, who you was working with, decided you made a proactive choice. Maybe it was reactionary to what she did, but you was like, in order to move forward, I can't have you backing me when you're not feeling my vibe,
Mm.
right? But as people, you have proactive thinking and you have reactive thinking. A lot of time we get them two things mixed up and we think that we being proactive, but we react in the situation. Those two things, to misplace those two things can bring about so much harm, self-harm. It can do something to you, and then you look back and you don't know what happened with
That
you and your mother.
shoulda,
You know what I mean?
mentality. Yeah.
Indeed, you don't know how you and your people fell out. If you look at a situation, because a lot of time we see situations coming before they get there, but we choose not to deal with them because we say, "Oh, that ain't nothing; it'll work itself out." But if you take a proactive stance and say, "Okay, this is my girl. I don't agree with how she going about things. Before we can move into this realm of business, maybe I should fill out where she at. Maybe I should give her my thoughts and see where she at with these thoughts, and then see if we can move forward. If it was a relationship that was worth salvaging, that would have been a proactive step to take. Not saying that you was wrong in dealing with how you was dealing with it, just a different way of seeing things, right? So now instead of when things happen and we react to it, we like, man, you know what? You messed up. You cut out of my life. There are decisions that we make, and we sometime later on look back like, dang, I should have did X, Y, and Z because this person was a benefit not only to me, but to the things that I do as I was a benefit to them.
Mm.
It was mutually beneficial. And I did this person, but I allowed this situation to go straight to the trash because I was being reactionary.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We don't want to take that. We don't want to own that because it's like, no, I made a decision and this what it was. But in reality, when you go back, or when you go forward a couple months or weeks or years or whatever, and you say, dang, I could have dealt with that different.
Yeah.
That means it was something that you saw coming.
Mhm.
You knew it was coming.
Just ain't recognize it yet.
You just chose to deal with it a different way.
Mm.
You was reacting to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. You could have looked at that situation and say, oh, I know she done said some weirdo stuff before. Let me check her temperature before we allow ourselves to get to the point where I gotta cut her off. You know what I mean? I've been there and I've done that. And I'm looking at people now, like even people who I had in my life until recently, and was like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why did I allow them to survive so long in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't no good.
I feel you. I feel like with her case, it worked out for the favor.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, I'm saying she.
Yeah, I was
That's why
about
I
to
said
say,
she
yeah,
was.
she
She was
was
right.
right.
She was
Okay.
right. But I'm saying in those
Because
situations,
it wasn't my
sometimes
business. Let me say
connected
this: she
apply,
wasn't my
yeah.
business partner. I was bringing her along like I do with everybody that I love. I was dragging her by her
right.
foot.
Right,
She didn't
right.
invest
Ah.
a penny
Listen,
into my business.
let me tell you something.
So she had no right.
What I've learned this last
Mm-hmm.
since we started this right here, you can't make nobody see your vision,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't make nobody put in the work that you think they should be putting in And what I've really changed about my perspective of this is why you heard me say earlier, I over invite people because I know it's a guarantee people won't show up. And it's nothing personal. But I used to make it personal because I'm like, this is my platform. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to put people out here. I want to get this together. I'm trying to put black people in the room, make black positive noise. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something different than everybody else doing. And I can't be mad at other people for not seeing my vision like that if they not there. That's not their fault. But I was taking it too personal, and I had to stop being so. I was reacting to everything. So you know what I'm saying. So I had to scale back and I had to revisit this thing. I'm like, you know what? I got a niche. I know a lot of fucking people. People will come fuck with me. I can't get them all out here at the same time, but I can get them out here. So let's go with that. And we struggled the last season. It was me and her for at least 3 episodes. We see her. She looking at me. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. She texting me like, "Hey, bro, you rambling. I don't give a fuck." Yeah, you know, Sada Baby just got beat up yesterday. She like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, I don't know. But I hope when you said that though, something sparked in my head because you will have a journey, but you can't make nobody come on the journey that don't want to be on the journey with you. And I had to really take that in.
Some people just not ready.
Some people not ready. And you got to be real. Sometimes you got to be real with yourself about being ready for stuff. And that's toxic. Like, I feel like procrastination and toxic is almost the same thing because
it's only toxic if you know you were bad at procrastinating.
Yeah.
And you just be like, I'm bad at procrastinating. Fuck it. That's toxic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
some people just
procrastination. Sometimes procrastination can take over so much you don't even recognize it as being you think it's just a part of your life.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it shouldn't be a part of your life because you know life is limited. Yeah, you allow it.
Like,
life
just like that.
Yeah, we limited. You know what I'm saying?
To be like that.
Yeah, and we limited it. But I will say, as a person that like, bro, I done been diagnosed with PTSD, all type of weird shit. As a person who know that and know I deal with like being on time and stuff like, I have to give myself extra to do extra. And like I beat myself up. I'm my own worst critic. My wife be like, you gotta stop being hard on yourself. But when I stop being hard on myself, the procrastination creeps back in the night like a thief in the night. So I gotta be on top. I gotta be on my head harder than anybody. My kids be like, oh, you such a good dad. Oh, you do this. But now I'll be like, oh, it's not enough. But I only do that.
That's only you got high expectations.
I only do that.
Bro, so
but
it's
I don't
like that.
It's crazy. I ain't gonna say I don't have high expectations of myself, but I have higher expectations to give a better life for the people that are around.
So you got to fit. I don't look
No. I ain't talking about just my inner. I'm talking about any people around me. Like I want to, bro. I see my life on another level because I want to be able to bless people beyond the measures that I have. I want to be able to. I want to change lives and shake rooms. Like I want to turn tables, bro. Like I tell my wife this all the time. When I run into the right amount of money, which I know is gonna happen, I'm like, when we talk about the homeless people, I never really cared about, like, I ain't gonna say I never cared about homeless people, but being with my wife has put a thing in my head, you know what I'm saying? And I always be like, man, if I ever get this amount of money, I want to open up some nonprofit homes. I want to put these people, I know so many people, I already know. See, this is how cold life works. Anybody know who Jim Thrower is? Jim Thrower played for the Lions in the 70s and the 80s, right?
Not old enough, G.
Okay, he played football back in the 70s and the 80s for the Lions, right? He owns most of the McDonald's in Detroit, big McDonald's, airport, both sides, downtown, right? My pops used to work for him back in the day. My pops got tryouts for the Lions a lot. Nigga never made it. I just took a shot at him. He never made it, but I ended up working for him too at some point in life. We ended up making a good connection. I met his daughter. We had a great connection. I know them. I got their numbers. You know what I'm saying? I move on a business I did. I get my profit up and working. People quit working at McDonald's every day, B. Come on, y'all. Let me get y'all clean. We're going to get y'all at McDonald's. Y'all work here for 6 months. We're going to get y'all clean. Start this program up. Them just the visions I be having in my head to do because I know my calling from God is higher than just me putting money in my pocket. I know it's bigger than me just giving my kids what they want. I know the expectations is bigger than that. So I just I want my life to be good, but it's something about making people's lives around you lives better. That's a different type of feeling. It's crazy. It's crazy.
My thing is like, what's the point of us being here? Like, we not giving or pouring into other people. Like, I just
some people just really build selfish. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no,
I can't stand selfish.
And that's a really toxic trait.
It's like my
It's a toxic
selfish,
trait.
self-centered people are like make my skin crawl.
It's hard. So it's hard when you can't differentiate between being selfish and like really just taking care of yourself, because especially in Black families, they like to use the word abandon. And when somebody don't want to be a part of the bullshit no more and they step away and they like, hey, I have to make my life better and then I'll come back, they always want, oh, you abandoned us. You abandoned us. I couldn't survive in that. I couldn't survive in that. And a lot of people, I can't survive. A lot of people can't survive in that. You know what I'm saying? Like what you went through, I can't go through, or what you went through, I don't think I could have did that shit. I tell my wife all the time, like I got in trouble one time. I got locked up in 2016. The police had my stupid ass on the side of the freeway, handcuffed up. No, not on the side of the freeway. I was on Michigan Ave. They had my ass handcuffed up. I had went and bought a bow. I went to the casino. I had cracked their ass. I had hit 7 bands. Called my man's like, hey, bro, I got to make a move. I'm up. He like, what you want? Say, hey, bro, plug me with dog. I want a bow. I'm about to sell a little bit of weed. 2016, weed super illegal. They didn't caught my stupid ass on Michigan Ave, Dearborn and Detroit. I said, Lord, please don't send me to jail, dog. That nigga handcuffed me, put me on that wall. They getting ready to fingerprint me and do all this stupid shit. I'm like, fuck. I do not want to call my mama right now. So I'm sitting there like, God, listen, I need to get about this situation. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He like, no, you about to ride this out, homie. I'm like, fuck. They get ready to put me in a cell. That's how God worked. They get ready to put me in a cell, but they brought somebody in that did something way worse than I did. They said, you going home. He got to come in here. And then they gonna tell him, you lucky we don't put him in there with your ass. I'm like, nigga, I ain't no real criminal, G. I'm trying to go home, fam. They looking at me like I said, hey, bro, I'm just trying to go to the crib. That's all I'm trying to do. And I sat there. I pray. I ain't gonna hold out. I prayed. I'm like, look, God, I can't even do this, bro. I'm in the hold. Like I'm just in the hold. Everybody handcuffed because it wasn't finished yet. It was in Southwest. They just really finished it. It wasn't finished, so everybody handcuffed to the wall. We all like this on the bar. Everybody like this. We check everybody like, because it wasn't no real cell. We just like in a little hole here. Everybody like this. We just check. Everybody looking at each other stupid, and the dude next to me like, what you do? Like, obviously not what you did. They talking about you about to be here for a minute. And you know what I'm saying? I told God, like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm not cut for this type of life. You know what I'm saying? And when that happened, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had nobody to fall on. Ain't nobody go get my car out. Ain't nobody come get me. I called you. Do you remember Nadia? You probably don't remember. No, you probably remember. I called some chick I went to high school with randomly. Like, listen, can you come get me? Came got me off of love. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, look, I can't do this shit. I gotta chill. And they were trying to crack my ass for 9 years. Let's say 9 years. Boy, I did that community service quick, fast, and a fucking hurt. I said, listen, let's do this. I was sick as hell about doing it and paying a little bit of, they make you pay the money and do all. I was sick, but I'm like, shit. My man's had just got locked up. You know my man's. I ain't gonna say nothing, but he just got locked up for breaking and entering, and that nigga ended up doing the bid at Jackson. And that nigga was telling me, you do not want to do this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, I gotta figure out my life. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I still was a toxic person, but I just wasn't trying to be in the streets though. Yeah. And so I just,
kind of like piggyback off what you were saying, but kind of like just my words for it. I feel like I'm a firm believer in, like, at least for me, like, I feel like God put me through stuff to learn, like, because I'm capable of, you know what I'm saying, like, learning from the situation. Like, some people, they go through stuff and they be just worried about because they went through it or whatever. But I feel like I go through stuff to learn from it, like, to get me ready for whatever is next or something. Because I swear, anytime I manually go through it, I feel like, all right, clearly this isn't a learning experience. I come out the other side with a skill I feel like this literally needed for this next step that I just get blessed with. So I get you. That's why I say like I feel like I'm hard on myself, from what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just because if I'm not, like, I'm gonna be fucking up for whatever's supposed to be coming next. I gotta be on it, but I gotta be on it because you feel me. I feel like God made me make sure that I'm capable of being on it, but it's still on me to be on it myself. You know what I'm saying? To continue to be able to grow. I definitely feel with that.
That was real. That
Definitely
was
feel
real.
with that one.
So it's now we at our hour and 45 mark. So normally, yeah, it's when the conversations be good, it seems like it's never enough time. But so normally around this time, what we do is like to introduce everybody to what's called the Cousins Corner. Well, it don't take 15 minutes to do it, so we're gonna stretch it just a itsy bit. So normally the Cousins Corner is we give our spiel, how we feel. It's just no interruption. Nobody can interrupt them, and it just give your chance to give your own one-on-one perspective to us, to the people that's listening and watching at home, and the people that's gonna listen to this again later because I'm gonna upload this again on some other stuff. A chance to like just feel your personality and who you are and where you coming from, and then when we wrap up Cousins Corner, we give our handles out. We just let people know what's going on. And the good thing is, like, unlike the other shows, like, we don't have no fucking format. And that's one of the beautiful things about this platform. Like, everybody has, like, they have to, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But this allows us to be open, allows us to be free, allows us to be vulnerable. And, like, at the end of the day, like, we all adults, but shit, we got feelings. We everyday people. Like, we got issues, all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you got here kind of late, so it's kind of you ain't really get to see the which way the convo was really going. But I love to have you, back, whenever you free. So definitely, like,
We'll talk.
yeah, for sure. So what I will ask is before everybody leaves tonight is please follow the We Outside Show page, and like share a post, tag your friends, tag your people, whatever. We on IG. We are making our way to TikTok. We got a media manager now. Man, shout out to Alyssa, man. My media manager is great. She's a awesome person. She's the one who made our flyer. She's freaking phenomenal. I asked her what she wanted for Christmas. Funny story. I met Alyssa at Shadow Bar 18 years ago. And I asked her one year, I was like, what you want for Christmas? She's like, I want an air fryer. And we just been nothing but like platonic friends. Like, that's it. Like, she's just a real good person. Like, Shayna met her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just a really good person. And she asked for an air fryer. What she don't know is I didn't buy the air fryer. I walked out of Target with that boy. I walked out of air fryer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But so I'm gonna admit to that before we go to the Cousins Corner. I have what do you call it? Am I gonna call it a klepto?
Yeah.
So I have a really bad klepto issue. I have so I never take anything. So I know the limit to not go to jail.
Yeah, it's definitely a limit. What's 100,000?
It depends on what area you in.
Yeah, it's like
It could be 500.
Yeah.
It depends on the city.
Yeah, some places it's a misdemeanor.
So if you're in Bloomfield Hills, you still over $1,000, they will chase your ass.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying that I've ever done that. I would never. First of all, you don't play around.
Nobody at work,
Yeah.
bro.
No. But no, it's nothing. So I got this thing when me and my wife go out of the country, we go out to eat. I take like what are they called? A memorabilia.
Yeah. Glass.
You know what I'm saying? I take. So we went to our first time we went to Miami. We went to this restaurant called Little Havana. They had these really nice Havana, like, I was like, yeah, I want that. I took it, and then we got to the room. She's like, when did you take that? I'm like, oh shit, it's been here like 3 hours. So like we went to Sugar Factory for her birthday, and literally, first of all, our bill was fucking. It was a decent amount of bill, but we didn't really get service the way it should have been. They was really busy, so I didn't take it personal. They were really busy. A lot of little kids go there. Sugar Factory ain't for adults in Detroit. This is what I realized. They have these really nice pictures, really, really nice. It's like this fucking big. Nobody knows how I got. I don't even remember how I got that motherfucker out. But anyway, we got it. I got stuff from like almost everywhere. But it just be funny because they be like, "When did you get that?" I'll be like, "I don't know. It doesn't matter." But like I did tell my wife, she was like, "You gonna get caught one day, babe. You gotta stop." So I am gonna stop.
Oh, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Cause I don't want to get in trouble. But I will say when I was young,
Especially after you just
It'd be
told
lame
them.
as
oh,
hell.
I mean, I don't, you know, you gotta
What
get
they gonna
caught
do?
now.
I'd be pissed.
But like,
Yeah, all the time.
so quick story before we do cousin corner. So when Myers first opened up, they self-scan sections. I don't know if y'all remember this. They didn't have no cameras or nothing. Oh my God, we used to go crazy with the banana peel stickers. Oh my God, talking about $600 worth of groceries. What? 1582.
Oh my God.
Banana sticker, banana peel, banana. What? Going crazy. I was young though. I just had my daughter. I was working at McDonald's. I was making $8.50 an hour. It was hard. Okay, so rent was $7.50. Car note was $250. That was a lot off of $8.50 an hour. I'm like, listen, God, I gotta figure something out. If you're gonna punish me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sorry, God. You know, if he get me for that, you know, I did say I'm sorry. That phone must have died, but it's cool. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the cousins corner. We can start with the ladies. But I want Shelly to go last though, because she did introduce this wonderful topic. So can I start with you, Shayna? You don't have to if you don't want to. You want Xavier to go? Xavier, you want to go?
Yeah, I can
Scoot up, Xavier, so we can hear you, brother.
Simply put, you never know when the last time you're gonna talk to somebody, or the last time you might see somebody. That might be the last time you talk to them or see them. So be nice, be kind, be gentle, be patient. You never know what's the next person got going on. Be good to the world. Hope the world be good to you. If not, move on and figure something out. Find me on Instagram at Xavier_151 and Facebook just Xavier Jones. My book is called Book Zero. Google it, find me, and that's it.
Okay. You want to go ahead, Tree?
I definitely can. Back to the toxicity thing, because this was a great conversation. It could have went a lot of different ways. But you know, I feel like that. Like I said, it always comes down to how critical you are in that area of what the problem is. Because sometimes it's a problem. You have a conversation. You feel me? Learn from it, go from there. Or you can have a conversation, address it, and then stand 10 toes on it. Now you probably toxic. That's fucked up. Other than that though, I go by Tree, but my artist name is Hidden Tree, HDDN Tree. I release music every month. I just dropped 2 songs last week. You can find me on all streaming platforms, Spotify, all that good shit, Apple Music, YouTube, motherfucking SoundCloud, all the good shit, TikTok, all that good shit. HDDN Tree. Appreciate it.
Okay. My bad. So, all right. So anyway, so real quick, like breaking news. Okay, so the Salem Hospital in Massachusetts just revealed that hundreds of patients were possibly exposed to hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV. How the fuck?
How did this happen on accident?
How do you do that on accident? Like, I get it if you know you just out here in these streets and you just raw dogging. I get that, you know, because you taking a chance with your life. But how do you mean when you say they were exposed to it? What do you mean?
I think they were exposed to it at the hospital.
But I'm saying, like, how? Did you
mean?
just stab them with the same?
You could have contamination, anything like.
But yeah,
spilled or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, okay, so I went through sex class and stuff like that. You know, HIV only spreads so many fucking ways. You know what I'm saying?
They
Even
didn't say they had it; they said they were exposed.
they exposed to it. You know, but that's crazy.
Oh, hospitals are dangerous.
Hospitals are dangerous.
Hospitals are dangerous.
But you know what's crazy? Somebody told me, what's the dirtiest room in the world?
Bathroom.
Nope.
Kitchen.
Nope.
Shit, outside.
Nope.
Dirtiest room? I don't know. What?
A church.
What?
Why a church?
A church.
No, that cap a bus.
No.
A public bus is the dirt. They got the designs on them shits to hide the
I need you to think a little deeper.
Why church?
Think a little
That bitch
deeper.
should be dirty.
Why church?
Think a little deeper. They say the church is the dirtiest in
You
the
mean
world.
like physically or like?
They be touching.
Just mentally, spiritually, because that's where people go to get clean.
Definitely. Church money is the dirtiest. You know, my parents are pastors, and I used to do finances for my church with my sister. People do the weirdest things with money. They be sweaty. They have oil on them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That bus
gross.
thing is kinda on.
Yeah.
Strippers or casino workers talk about
That's
how dirty
crazy.
money is.
That bus thing.
You I'm about to say you wanna go ahead?
Sure. Man, I'm grateful that y'all was willing to spend a little time with a guy. You know what I mean? I just want y'all to know that I count every one of y'all as a blessing. Today is not taken for granted. This to me is a big deal. I appreciate it as I do every day. I'm gonna carry this situation with me the way that I carry everything. If I have been toxic to somebody and haven't recognized my own toxicity, I apologize. And I seriously mean that because every day I am working to be a better me. That's it.
That's real.
I think everybody got some real shit this day.
They do. We on you. Let us see the shirt too, man. I know that's your show.
Yeah. It's Mr. Do What You Love, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that when you being toxic, just acknowledge that yourself, you are the toxic person. You know what I mean? So if you toxic out there, man, just acknowledge that. But I just let y'all know a couple slogans, man. If you doing what you love, then you shouldn't be doing it. Doing what you love is in your DNA. Y'all can reach out to me on Mr. Do What You Love on Instagram. It's your boy.
All right. Always wanted to be like from New York and be like, yeah, son. Yeah, son. Oh, sorry, D. She texted me like, I thought it was a show tonight. It is. We currently doing it. But she didn't come in. You know, D be on the other side of the computer. So, no, our bad, D. We love you. We sorry. That's my fault. That's my fault. I apologize. But we was having a lot of issues anyway with the computer. So it was all love. Yeah.
So she was ready to.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. But it's all love. I guess I'm gonna do mine on my phone since the camera down over there. Oh, come on in, TT. Hold on, let me get you on 4K then. Go ahead in with your bad self. I see the fresh braids.
Nah, but basically, this is when it comes to being toxic, people not enough people take the time to really reflect and look at themselves. That's what the problem is. Like, you got so many people that don't want to face themselves, and so when you got trauma and a lot of issues and things that you just, like I said, that people don't want to do the work to really work on themselves. So that's where you just have all these toxic people that's around and just like they're just being selfish and like I stated before earlier, just not taking accountability like they should. So if we just have more of that, things would be a lot different, but shit, who knows if that's ever gonna change. But yeah.
Solid.
I fuck with that. That's real.
So
That's real, bro. That's sad. That's
Shut
real.
up.
That's real, man.
Real relaxing.
That's real. Yeah, today it's real relaxing. Last week it was pussy this, ass that, eat this, lick that, flick that, touch this.
That was just 2 days ago.
I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do it. And it's not okay. I do want to put it out there. It's not that we afraid of certain topics. So it's a couple of topics that we just never gonna do on our show. Not because we scared of it. It's because like I love people and I want to respect everybody. And I've come into a place in my life where I come into a place in my life where I understand that people are who they are. I'm about to record this 'cause shit will be good. So I come to a place in life where like people are who they are and people want to be who they genuinely are. So I don't ever want to knock anybody for who they are or who they're becoming because like who I used to be isn't who I am. So it's not my job to knock anybody for the things that they're going through. So I don't want to persecute anybody knowingly or unknowingly or make them feel some type of way because I'm on my own journey. Because, you know, I'm not perfect and I understand I'm not perfect. So knowing that, I can't talk about gay people. I can't because if I talk about gay people, I have to talk about liars.
Yeah.
Then I have to talk about abusers. And I have to talk about people who have walked out on their family. I have to talk about everything. I'm not gonna point the finger at one person and be like they ruined life. I'm not doing that. We're not gonna do that here on the We Outside show. We love people and I love the energy that we bring and that we put into the world. Like I don't want to just be one of those shows that's just like we're gonna talk about pussy every week. It's so much more to life, especially as Black people. We so gifted and we got so much more in us than that what's on the outside and the persona that the world thinks that we are, that I want to be able to pull that out of every single person because y'all thoughts are so deep and so vulnerable and so real that I appreciate people just coming and share that with us. Like I feel like I'm y'all therapist. Like but it's hard enough. I've never had this many Black men in the room on our show at one time either.
Oh
Seriously.
this
Seriously, it's really hard to get
first,
Black men to come out here and to have very vulnerable conversations like this. So I do really appreciate you coming out for real, bro. And I just met you. That's like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we actually
And,
we're outnumbered.
Yeah.
today.
Normally,
Yeah.
normally my wife is like, listen, too many bitches there. Okay, need to fix it. Respectfully.
Last time I was here, it was me, you, bro, and like the whole room. Everybody
Women.
was all female.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, before we end the day of the show, I just like to just leave everybody on like a positive note and just be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. That's just be you, man. Don't change for nobody else. Don't let the stigma of the world change you, and don't think that you have to appease anybody else. Please yourself first, so then the rest of it's so natural that it don't even matter. And today's show was sponsored by Harper's Vending. You can reach Harper's Vending at 313-805-5417. They have all your vending needs from A to Z. They service machines, snacks, and everything else that falls in between. So that's going to wrap up the end of our show today. Appreciate you guys for being here. After this, we are at Stadium Nightlife. It is R&B Thursdays. We have a very beautiful speakeasy. I'll be there myself. Nobody has to come. I'm just putting it out in the air that I'm going because I'm going to go. Because I just like support the people that support me. Yeah. And before we go, my dog Shelly got to get her piece.
Yes.
Which I almost forgot.
So I grew up, like I told you, I grew up different. I grew up with a pastor dad who was also a therapist. So I was raised with spiritual healing and mental healing. So it's a little bit different for me. And one of the biggest things I ever learned from my dad was everybody is not always wrong. Because growing up, I kind of had a bad mouth. Not because I didn't love people, because I'm just not very emotional and I didn't understand how the things that I said affect people. And that was the hardest thing ever, was seeing the people that I loved, like my friends, cry because of things that I said, just being myself and not understanding what it hurt. And it took a lot of years for me to fix it and kind of work on it and figure out how to fix my mouth to the point where people understood that I was saying stuff out of love. So that's the biggest thing I'll leave everybody with, is everybody is not always wrong. If everybody is saying the same negative thing about you, they are probably right. And I know that is so hard to hear, but it is true. But yeah, so I'm Shelly. You can find me on Facebook, Shelly C. I don't know my Instagram because y'all know I don't like social media at all. But next time I come back, I'm gonna know my Instagram name.
Ain't it just Shelly?
I don't know. I'm gonna have it, but I do. Look, like I have. That's what it should be. That's what it should be, because I'm just not. I don't care about social media at all or what be going on in the world. Like honestly, but I'm gonna get it because I do need to be more involved. I do, I want to see more. But yeah, so I do business. I talk about it all the time. I do insurance and stuff for businesses, and I help people start and promote their businesses. So reach out to me if you guys are interested. I help people make money, baby.
Oh, what type of money you trying to
I keep telling Shane to know that.
What type of money you trying to make?
I mean, that's what I do. I help people start their businesses.
You're not scam likely, are you?
No. What is my? Oh, it's Miss Ruby Woo. That sound right?
Miss Ruby Woo.
Miss Ruby Woo. Miss Ruby _Woo. I didn't even know that, boo. I'm terrible with social media.
Yeah. Oh, okay. before we go, I do got a couple announcements. So we got the show at Cirilla's. We will be having a sex talk. We have a polyamorous couple coming through. Also, damn it, I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Nope, I didn't forget your name. So we have Brandy coming in next Tuesday. She'll be here with us. She'll be one of our guest hosts. And yeah, if you out there and you watching this and you feel like you'll be a good fit, or you just want to come and kick the shit, you can come and kick the shit. You can come and sit out in the lobby and watch. We have TVs out there. You can watch the show from out there, and you can come have a drink if you want some pizza. I'm sorry, I meant to feed y'all. That's normally what I do. Like I've been like, that's something toxic in me. I'm trying to consistently feed people.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it for a little bit, but then
Mhm.
I just forgot today. But yeah, so you want to come hang out with us, kick it. I definitely appreciate everybody. Like I said, today's show was sponsored by Hungry Harpers. Shout out to 9397 Network and Statham Nightlife. That will be the end of our show, and we will see y'all next Tuesday. If we don't see you next Tuesday, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe out in those streets, and we out.
Yeah, I got